Hey, everybody. Welcome to some boner content.
Hello.
Oh yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
I'm Alex. Tony's here with me.
Hi.
Physically. You can see him.
Yep.
can see
Nobishin's here. You can
Can't
wait.
see him.
You wait your turn, or John, whoever you are.
What?
Nobishin's here, and our guest Jon Anderson's here as well.
Oh my god, I'm here!
Yeah, with you here, it's the triumphant return of boner content.
Boner content.
You coined the term, and I've never let it go since. I think I've made a boner content joke
I
at
never
least.
know you to let a boner out of your grasp.
Well, yeah, every other week maybe, since like the last time you were on, which was about a year ago.
I've not watched boner content. I usually have a young baby to take care of, so if I get to my IrrationalPod listening, usually it's in the car.
That's fine. I appreciate that you listen to the show. Sometimes you'll like send me weird texts and tweets out of nowhere about something I said. I'll be like, yeah, that happened.
Like Up in the Air, I hate that movie.
You don't like that movie?
I'll tell you why I don't like that movie. It's because first of all, what really put me off was the acoustic soundtrack, like the really twee acoustic soundtrack, and then it's just like another like story about this like mildly self-loathing white guy who is just miserable or whatever. I don't know. I think that's a big Hollywood genre. You know, you like
Yeah, it's true. Like he's like
Garden State, Graduate, like all that shit.
Yeah, he's like a dude who's pretty well off.
And his job is to fire people. Like, I'm not making an emotional connection with this guy.
You please put on the sunglasses. Can you put them on one more time so I can get a gif of that?
Stunting.
There's sunglasses involved. I'm sorry, Tony. I can lean this a bit so you can see John's
Get a
silly
second
face.
monitor.
No one ever wears or. Okay, I don't even know who's. Oh, those are your sunglasses.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Should I reach over and grab mine?
Hey,
These are your
Tony,
gunners.
Tony, let's fist bump. I'm fist bumping. Boom. Yeah.
Oh shit! This is the craziest boner content. Nobishin's like, I'm fucking leaving.
We should just. Can you draw some sunglasses on your Avi here?
your sweet Abby.
Just drop the pixel sunglasses down on them.
We have to do this for the entirety of this now.
So mine are not actually super darkening. They're like old person blue blockers or whatever.
Well, I can't see it all right now.
Yeah. You look dope as fuck, though.
Yeah, hashtag dope, motherfucker. I should have worn that shirt.
You look like hashtag esports.
That's when he wears his gunners.
Yeah, that's exactly. I get my guns on. I'm like, ugh.
In the pre-boner content, we were all doing rails of Adderall, so...
Yeah, we were, dude. Just shooting up lines.
Fucking blue boogers, bro. Blue boogers.
So, John, how's life?
Dude, life is good. I started my free week today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not working. My wife and son went to New Jersey, so I am. Yeah, that's me.
That's awesome, man. You
I
told
went
me
to IKEA and Carl's Jr. today.
Whoa.
what the double entendre itself.
Dude, it was fucking ill. Like I got like a bunch of shit I'm gonna do for IKEA projects. Like I gotta keep myself busy because I figure I'm gonna really miss my kid by like tomorrow morning. So gotta stay busy.
Yeah, true.
Gonna go to the clubs. Gonna go to some baseball games. Gonna watch some SummerSlam.
Fucking SummerSlam. I appreciate that you reached out like 2, maybe 3 months ago and said like, hey, listen, I'm going to have this week off in August. You should have me on your podcast.
Well, so did I tell you? It was originally going to be next week, but I, with my hashtag dadbrain, mixed up the PAX weekends. I thought PAX was Labor Day weekend as always. It turns out it's the weekend before. So I'll be at PAX next weekend. Crushing it as I do.
Yeah, I was, because I haven't been to PAX Prime since the last year. It was only 3 days, and I forgot that it goes on to Monday now.
I'm not going to Monday.
Until somebody like just posted about it. I'm like, fuck, man.
I don't have
that's
the stamina for that anymore. Like it's gonna be pretty hard.
Yeah, anytime we've gone, we were so exhausted, like in a good way, by Sunday.
And like varying degrees of sick.
Yeah.
So.
Or like we knew it was coming. We're like, if we stay one more day, we will die.
Yep.
We'll get some kind of.
At least Alex will, because he has a weaker immune system.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You know, I go with my normie friends, so I bring one normie friend per day.
You've got like a different like an ensemble cast
Like
with you.
Friday, Dave Diffenbaugh is coming, right? And then Saturday, I'm bringing my buddy Misha and his girlfriend, and then Sunday it's me and my boy Cool Matty.
Do you
So
call him Cool Matty?
we do because there's a lame Matty in our lives. So
Oh,
God damn it. I don't know what's worse, like the fact that you call the Maddie that you like the cool Maddie and the Maddie that you don't.
I don't
like,
dislike
lame,
lame Matty. I actually like her quite a bit. She's my friend's like ex-girlfriend.
but she's just like a loser.
No, you just have to call her lame Matty because she's my friend's ex-girlfriend.
that makes
Okay.
sense.
Sure, that makes perfect sense. You're right, Tony. So,
Duh.
the wife and kid are away, and you celebrate by
John will play.
you celebrate by going to Carl's Jr. and IKEA.
Yo, dude, there's other shit happening this period. Like I'm going to base night next Wednesday. You know, hitting the club.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like bro day on Sunday. Like we're doing LAN party from 9 to 3, and then SummerSlam from 3 till whenever the fuck that ends. I think it's like 8 hours of nightmare garbage television.
That's cool.
So
What are you LAN partying?
So it's not real LAN. We're gonna do Xbox Ones. Xbox is one.
Okay.
I don't shit. I gotta look up my media guide. So I think we're gonna play Forza Horizon and we're gonna play Halo Master Chief.
Hells yeah.
Because we have me and my friend. He has 2 wheels. I have 1 wheel. We'll have the whole like sort of sim setup. I have a 8 shifter now. Yeah.
And you have an 8 shifter?
H like Triple H.
Oh, what is that like a gear shift?
Yeah, like I have a
God.
physical gear shift. I also have like the non-standard pedals that have.
I feel like the wheel I can understand, but when you get like a fucking just a stick that you can shift gears on just by itself, I feel like you've crossed the line.
Well, I mean, it's additional peripheral.
I know how much you love Forza. So
So yeah, I love that shit.
yeah.
Love that shit. It fucking changed my life. Forza Horizon changed my life.
Listen, did Forza Horizon 2 do anything for you?
Yes. I probably put that 40 or 50 hours into that. Like I find it so goddamn relaxing.
Forza 6 is this year, right?
Yeah, I'm not as into the main series. Like I like it, and I think it helps me be a better driver. But the Horizon series is just the best fun.
Yeah. You have a car that's in that game though, right?
Yeah, I bought my car partially because of the video game. So.
It's a very good way to make decisions.
Yeah, you could start seeing like the lines blur between the Matrix and reality.
Okay, so
Oh wait, I want to know what Nobshin asked because I bet it was good.
Oh, I asked it to come from the roof.
Okay. Damn it, Nobshin. Go on, John. Please tell me about your car.
Well, it's not about my car, but so when I booted up, like I said, the first Forza Horizon I think kind of changed my life. Also, other things changed my life, but I booted up Forza Horizon 2 for the very first time, and there's the intro video, and it's live action, and it's effing incredible. And they show footage from like a music festival I was at. I was like, oh, Paradiso! I'm there. I'm like, fuck.
I'm in that crowd of white people over in the corner.
I let Forza get to me in a weird way. Like, I go to fucking electronic music festivals. I bought a zippy little yellow car. Like, shit.
For people's information, John does work at Microsoft, but I think this is genuine. I can feel it coming out of his bones.
Yeah, I mean, if you hear me saying like something like "fine Microsoft product," like then I'm probably fake shilling.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on Skype and I'm like, "Oh, this fine Microsoft product," Skype or Visual Studio, creating fucking I don't know.
Is that your Skype status? Is just hanging out on another fine Microsoft product?
Yo, Office 365 is ew.
God,
No, but for real though, are you guys using the Mac beta of like new Office? It's so good.
no, but I've heard it. I've heard it's good.
It's quite good.
On
My dad is
computer,
using it.
on my Macintosh.
Yeah, on your Macintosh iPad.
Yeah.
My dad likes it a lot. I'll say.
My dad.
Cool. So you're just gonna be hanging out playing video games all weekend. That was the thing. You contacted me because you said I'll actually have time to play video games.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I can't come on after the, when it would actually be useful. So
Yeah. I do have one thing that I should say while we're, in the bonus content. I'm going to say this on the real show as well. There is a Irrational Pod announcement that we are switching our recording days from Friday to Saturday until December at the earliest. Yeah.
that means that makes it more likely that I could come back. So.
Okay.
Cool.
And then everyone else can't.
John, we're going to get you back for the Game of the Year stuff anyway, for your top 10.
Oh, fuck yes. This is a banger. You're killing it.
Last year was awesome.
Last year was not my favorite.
Yeah, last year was a weak year, but it was still awesome. We still had a lot of fun.
Doing that stuff, that was fun.
Mm-hmm. I think that like the little top 10 game podcast that's like my favorite part of the Game of the Year stuff. Obviously, it's not the part where me and my friends get in a room together and try and kill each other with our words, but I do enjoy that a lot.
Hey, I didn't listen to much of that this year. Do you guys do the same really schlocky I don't want to say schlocky, but lazy thing that Giant Bomb does?
Yeah.
In that they constantly say, well, there's some interesting stuff there. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? How about, like, you guys are writers and you extrapolate on that and tell me what's interesting?
I think, like,
there's something there. Like, use your words, motherfucker.
I think a big part of that is just how exhausted you are trying to defend or offend
But they
something.
do that in their normal episodes. A lot of games type folks do, as opposed to if you listen to Idle Thumbs, those guys, and maybe it's because they're designers. The way they dissect things is more dissecting-ish. They cut it apart better with words and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big separation there. I think, like, especially if you have the mind of a designer, you can get to the core of what you're trying to say a lot easier. I try and provide that kind of description, but I don't know.
Try to give as much as disclosure as we can about something we like. Like Tony defending like this war is mine.
Yeah.
That he was trying to go into depth, and I got that game way up there because all of us didn't play that game, so he had to talk about it in depth for us to even like consider it even being on our list, and it got way up there because he praised it so much and like made us believers because of that.
Yeah, I like that fact. I like that piece of it.
Yeah, like the big thing with our stuff, and that's kind of like, we're a lot different. Not all of us are going to play all these games. And like there are games that even Nabish and I, who play, I would say, the most variety of games out of the whole cast, like there's stuff that we don't get to. And like we have to, we think about, like Nabishin, for example, he knew I really liked The Wolf Among Us. I think that was 2013.
That was last year, bro.
Was that last year? Fuck, man. Well,
pretty forgettable, huh?
Yeah.
Forgot what year it was.
Well, I'm losing it's falling out the back end pretty much every day now. But like he went out of his way to play that, so at least I wouldn't be alone when I talked about that, and I did some stuff like that. Like I wasn't gonna play Bayonetta 2, but like I understand how important that was, and like I sat down with him and we watched like this thing. And I'm like, he's like, this is why. This is like part of the reason why I really love this. And
yeah, I gotta play that game.
So like you gotta be open eared, but sometimes like just moving somebody off of something like Shovel Knight, for example, which a lot of us were really stubborn on, it's just like it's not going to happen. You got to know like when to put down your swords, but something like this War of Mine,
put down your shovel,
but something like this War of Mine that Tony defended up until into the top 5, I think, right?
Yes, definitely.
I just have not had I haven't been on the level, like in the mood where I could play that. Like I bought that game right around release, or maybe a Steam sale for like 10% off or something like that. And just like I have not been in the real, like I want to play a bummer right now. Like that's why it's taken me so long to get through True Detective this season, is like I just have not really I've been taking advantage of like the amazing privilege I have and just kind of ignoring things that are negative lately. Like the news.
Yeah. Sometimes it's nice to do that though, and
it's not. It's probably a bad thing, but
it can be like varying degrees of ignorant. Like you are creating your own ignorance, I guess you could say. Yeah. But like you are also like allowing yourself to enjoy the things that you do have. So I don't think that you need to feel too bad about that. Just be aware, like, and you're self-aware. So I don't think you have anything to worry about, John.
Thank you for the sage advice, young Alex O'Neill.
Here's looking at you. Always give me sage advice. So.
I I think you have an incredibly bright future, Alex. And
God, I hope so.
yeah, I'm just gonna like grab your coattails.
I've had a couple people like just in various things like saying like, hey, when you do this, don't forget who your friends are. I'm like,
Yeah, well,
you're
dude,
presuming so much already.
So I get into that like incredible level of like star fuckery name dropping. Like,
Yeah.
like I have someone who I consider a very good friend, even though we've never.
Phil Spencer.
Yeah, my like Uncle Phil and Uncle Satya, and Uncle Major Nelson. You know, we like, you know, we started from the bottom and now we're here, and so that's like, you know, as a reminder to myself, I wear every single chain even when I'm in the house.
God damn it. John, how much did you fucking lose it when they announced the backwards compatibility?
I realized maybe I talked a little bit too much about knowing that. I mean, I didn't give anything away, but like when I found out about that shit, like I lost my shit. Like
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you there? No,
Like,
no."
like that's
Okay.
a secret. That's a secret weapon right there. No one was expecting it too.
It's really hot. It's so cool. Like, you know, it's a hearts and minds thing for sure, and like you see the way companies are using it, and it's really interesting. It's like, well, buy our game, we'll give you our legacy titles for free. And I just think that's a really brilliant thing. I fucking love it because I got to put my 360 on mothballs.
Yeah. It's cool. Like Nabish and I are in the preview program, so we've been using it. And it's awesome. It's super cool.
One thing I have to do, so I didn't really think about this, so I traded in my 360 towards buying my friend an Xbox One for his birthday. So so there was a really good deal on it. They gave me $100. I didn't have to give him a hard drive.
I took advantage of that deal.
Yeah. One thing, but I didn't think about was like, oh shit, I really need to transfer all my saves to the cloud.
Oh.
So I borrowed a friend's 360, and that's another project for this this free week is putting all the saves in the cloud.
Yeah. You still have the hard drive, so you're gonna be okay. Cool, Nabish, how's life, man?
Nothing much. It's just been an extremely busy work week. But other than that, probably the main thing I would like to talk about is the fact that I've been watching some movies this week. Just some that either I've heard for years and I just didn't get to, or something I just I'll just watch it now. Like this week, I finally saw Kill Bill for the first time, the first one.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie before.
I haven't either. So
and it's always been something I've seen from a distance, and it's one of those things you look at, you know that you're immediately gonna like it. It's just a matter of you just never got around to it, and then and eventually I did, and of course I loved it. It's fucking great. I'll eventually watch Volume 2 on Netflix too when I get around to it. But yeah, I just saw that with Mark and Katie, and that was a great time. I watched Big Hero 6 because that was a new world in Kingdom Hearts.
How is it?
It's a decent movie. I really, really like it. They don't flesh out all the characters as much as they should, which is kind of disappointing. But other than that, it's really good as far as the feel for it and the way it looks, the emotions through it. It is a perfect pick for Kingdom Hearts, honestly.
That's what my brother said. He was a big fan of that.
Yeah, that movie's really, really good. And that might be all the other movies. I know I bought Mad Max Fury Road so I could finally see it.
Yes.
Wait, sorry, what?
Mad Max.
I bought Mad Max Fury Road.
Is it out?
It is, right? You bought it, so
yeah,
I hope
it's out
so.
digitally. Yeah,
Okay.
it's out digitally.
Oh, digitally. Daddy wants a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna rent that on Amazon and watch it. So
There's no renting of that game,
Oh,
that movie.
This is an own. This is an own movie.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just like Big Hero 6, I wanted to rent that movie. Nope, you have to own that shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just own.
Oh no, I mean, I just in my heart.
You need to own. I might just wait
This might
because
be the best action movie ever made.
it might be just a month.
Certainly up there. Certainly up there.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, Big Hero 6. I was trying to rent that I looked everywhere, and there's no way you can buy that digitally.
Was
I know there's no way you can rent that digitally. You have to buy it. So I watched it through other means.
did
Sounds like
that
some real Disney bullshit.
did that come to theaters this year? Or was that last year? Was that like
That was
December
last
last
year.
year?
That was
right?
last year. That was
Yeah.
on our list of last year of movies.
Yeah.
Because I remember Justin talked about it.
Yes, yeah. He said it was good. He did also say, Justin said it's a good pick for Kingdom Hearts. That concept art they got out there is cool.
Oh, I remember the other movie that I
Mad
saw.
Max 3D.
What is it?
It was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. And
Yeah.
the only reason
Comedy
I
button.
watched that, yeah, because of the
Wait,
comedy button. Yeah,
Wait,
that's
wait,
the
wait,
only
wait,
reason
wait,
I
wait,
watched
wait.
it.
Is this your first time?
Watching that one, yeah, the 2014 one.
Oh shit! Okay, I thought you were talking about the old school.
No,
one.
No. Believe me, I was there.
Yeah, we got mad respect for original Ninja Turtles movies in
Yeah,
these parts.
that movie holds up. It fucking holds up.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
so too.
See what was funny too, like when my nephew was talking about, like, 'cause he was saying, "Oh, that movie looks terrible," but he was talking about Ninja Turtles 3, and then I eventually showed him the first Ninja Turtles movie, and he said, "Oh man, that movie's fucking awesome!" And then he saw
Yeah,
the
3
second
is-
one, and
3
he
is
thought was
poop.
just as good.
Face poop from a butt.
So like, John, I'm gonna run this by you. Just somebody said this, and I think they're crazy.
Oh my god, am I gonna get angry?
No, well, probably, but that's just because
No
you.
problem.
Is Ninja Turtles 3, and we're talking the original, better than Ninja Turtles 2?
Huh? I don't think so.
No way. No way in hell.
Like you're making me like question.
You're gonna
myself.
make you question.
So the costumes in 3 like basically look like the stage show costumes, like when they did like rocking out of their shells or coming out of
your
their shells.
shells.
Yeah. So it basically looks like that, and then like I mean, I'm not Japanese, but like there's some offensive shit. In that. like I mean. Like there's some like racial insensitivity in pretty much every movie, and especially like early '90s, and especially something where you're gonna have somebody's Japanese in it. But
Yeah.
like by that third one, that's like, hey guys,
Hey, whoa!
I know
Yeah.
this is for kids, so you
I
need
mean,
to,
like-
be a little over the top, but
The first Ninja Turtles movie is genuinely a great movie. The second one is like not good, but it's great.
it's like
Yeah.
RoboCop 2 in that like I could watch the shit out of it still.
I mean, the big thing about Ninja Turtles 2 is that they don't attack at all.
Yeah.
There's no fighting with them whatsoever. They like dance around. They might throw like a toy in your face or something like that, but they don't ever use their weapons like they did in the first one. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Also, like Ninja Turtles 2 is maybe like Kevin Nash's like third best film performance. So, he plays Super Shredder for those who didn't know.
And Ninja Turtles 3 is bad, but it's okay. It's good.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I would probably still watch that, but that's not a good movie.
I haven't seen it in literal years, but like after watching this recent one, like, oh, that movie's bad too, but like it's not Ninja Turtles 3 bad. Like Ninja Turtles 2014 is a bad movie, but it's like it's not really enjoyable bad. Like it's a bad movie, but like I was able to sit through it because I was listening to a commentary, obviously. But like
Yeah.
like if I sat there with my nephew, of course I wouldn't like it that much, but he would fucking love it. And I
Yeah.
think he watched it before and he watched it and he liked it. So
That was like the big thing. Like when I avoided, like I didn't like the look of it. I didn't want to see it, and I just wanted to avoid being uncomfortably unhappy with that movie.
yeah.
I'm sure. It's
I mean,
fine.
but like people who like are condemning it like it's like the worst thing ever. No, it's nowhere near as bad as like something like.
It's popular to dislike Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
it's
true.
definitely
and,
one
like,
of those things.
So you have to like kind of check yourself to see
before
like
you riggedy wreck yourself.
yeah. So like when there's these things that become internet unpopular, and you really have to do a self-assessment. Like,
Right.
I mean, Nickelback is horrible, but like they're not like worse than
Fish.
know a lot of stuff. Yeah, definitely not. I would listen to Nickelback like for fucking 24 hours before you go to Fish concert.
It's always great. Anytime there's like a venue right across the street from us. So anytime like Fish comes into town, Ethan, my roommate, and I would just sit back and like look at the people and be like, "Oh, these are Fish people."
Like I feel weird making judgment because I went to like I go to music festivals, right? And I go to like these EDM music festivals, and like far be it from me to judge your activities, but Fish is boring as fuck.
That just sounds like noise, like noise that your neighbors make when they're like cleaning their garage. That's what fish sounds like to
Like,
me.
fish sounds like people who are bad at sex.
Anything else, Nabishin? It's a good list of movies, though.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't watched Fury Road yet. So I'm gonna watch that. Ninja Turtles not all that bad, so I mean it's bad, but it's not unwatchable, I should say.
Yeah.
And like everything else was good that I watched this week. So like yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about.
Tony.
Hey.
Hey,
Hi.
you've been quiet over there.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
Playing Hearthstone on your iPad or something?
Only just now started.
You motherfucker.
God damn it. How's life?
I mean, life has been all right.
Yeah.
I guess. School starts soon.
Yes, it does. Next week.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
My classes are really early in the morning.
Mine are really late at night, all of
so,
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it should be fine.
On Monday nights, I'm going to be at school from 6 o'clock to
6 to
10:20.
midnight.
It doesn't sound like what my
6 to midnight.
It's not 6 to midnight. Jesus Christ, John. No, it's not going to be fun, but and then on Wednesdays it's 6 to 7:20, so it's not like terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll make it. It's only 2 classes, and I graduate with an associate's degree, so it's good to have that fucking.
How many more?
2 classes left. This is my last semester at community college. So
Cool, man.
and
Hopefully,
then
you
hopefully,
get jobs so you can like stop going to school.
yeah, like that's, yeah.
And then later, maybe you'll think about getting your master's. Like I may or may not be taking a master's class this semester.
What's your bachelor's in?
My bachelor's is in history, and that's useless.
Yeah.
So
Wait, your bachelor's is in history and you work at Microsoft?
so I ended up. I don't know if I ever told you my story. Like worked in the mailroom at an ad agency, got into design that way, and literally started from the bottom. Now I'm here. But I've been thinking about going to the University of Washington's Human-Centered Design and Engineering program. So I'm going to take one class non-matriculated to see if I have the appetite to. Commit.
Cool. That actually sounds really cool.
Should be cool. Get some letters after my name. My wife has her JD, so it's time for me to have like an M something.
M something. Yeah, I've never even thought about ever getting a master's because like I'm doing journalism. But
PhD, bro.
When I was younger, I did want to be a doctor. I applied to medical schools and everything, but my life changed when I realized
When the Fire Nation attacked?
when the Fire Nation attacked. Everything changed. What might I say? No, I just
I don't understand.
that's something. It's an Avatar reference. Don't worry about it. That's something I still really would love to do, but
Like the Avatar of sex with blue people, or Avatar the other
Last
thing?
Airbender.
The last Airbender.
There you go. It's something that I'm not going to do. I've chosen a path that I'm going to be happier with. So,
That's what's really important, young Alex.
yeah. But yeah, I Dr. O'Neill. My dad's going to get his PhD, so he's working on that now. So he's going to be the doctor of the family, which is cool.
Nice.
Tony,
Hey.
back to you.
That's pretty much all that's going on.
You're here.
I'm here.
We hung out last
We
week.
hung out last Saturday.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Maybe if Greg's available, we'll do it again soon.
Maybe you should talk into the microphone.
No.
Oh my God, he's got such a good voice talking to the microphone.
Yeah, talk into it.
Um,
If you want, you can do what I told Scott. You can put the microphone between us, so that way when you talk to me,
I'll just talk over here.
yeah, just look at imaginary
You know
Scott.
what word I just drives
Yeah?
me wild? Just passport.
Say it, Tony.
I feel like I'm being used.
Yeah.
You guys are so young. You never saw Sneakers?
Passport.
Sneakers? You didn't
Nope.
See Sneakers?
Nope.
Cindy Poitier. And
John, we were born in
River Phoenix.
1993.
Yeah, that movie came out before that.
Yeah,
It
probably.
was before that, yes.
Yeah, we had fun.
Ben
We
Kingsley.
Greg's not dead. He has a beard.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's weird.
I touched
He
it.
does.
Yeah, he. We saw him on the last day of the job that he hates.
Yep.
He got a new job.
I was
That
under the impression that beards were out for 2015. That was just everybody's getting rid of those.
I don't know. I've seen about equal in, equal out. I feel like the popularity of beards are dependent on whether or not Shia LaBeouf is crazy at the moment.
Isn't he always crazy though?
Yeah, but he has like weird self-aware moments.
I guess.
Like he was in this music video where he was like in a cage with a woman and they were like dance fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I think Shia LaBeouf is probably like incredibly self-aware. Like he knows how ridiculous all this shit he does.
Oh, totally. He live tweeted an acid trip.
Oh my god.
He took acid and then went to a Safeway to buy cigarettes.
Let me tell you about.
Oh, please, John, tell me about acid.
No, like. Nothing. Forget it.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let me tell you about bleeding walls in a porta john.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Yeah, we hung out all day. We didn't stream anything. We decided against it.
Yeah.
You played Mario Galaxy 2 though.
I did actually play that, and I forgot about it.
Yeah.
So
I've been keeping reminding myself to talk about that.
yeah. I don't like Yoshi in that game.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
So
Fuck Yoshi.
So
That's
fuck
the
Yoshi.
title of this episode.
fuck you, Yosh.
So is Greg New Job still here, or is it for?
It's still here. He said right now he'll be moving between October and November. So he might still be here for Extra Life. He said if he isn't, though, he's going to try and make it out.
Gonna do a going away party.
We should do a going away party for him.
I was thinking that, like, we probably should do that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It'd be pretty nice.
Make it be a
of us.
surprise. Make me think we don't care. Then, surprise, we care.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you for implanting that. He doesn't know right now when he's moving exactly, so I'll find out and we'll start a iMessage thread, a group thread without Greg, and we'll make that happen. He'll never listen to this, so I'm not worried.
Should be fine.
So when I went to IKEA, I went to Starbucks first, right?
Of course, you can't walk around IKEA as a white guy without Starbucks in your hand.
No, motherfucker, you cannot. So like in the same plaza with the IKEA, it's in a suburb just south of Seattle, and it was just called the anime store.
The anime store. No.
Yeah, like they had body pillows hanging in the fucking window, and I was like, I am running late I'm running short on time right now. But
you need a waifu? Is that what you thought?
Like, I will be coming back here during free week. 'Cause I think I'm gonna need to go back to IKEA to get some like wire management stuff. So, yeah, I might live tweet that. Expect snaps.
I'm
Snaps
excited.
should be expected.
I do watch all your snaps that you sent me, John. I just like
You
sent
reply
me-
to quite a few of them with this face.
that's my like what the fuck face, I guess.
I'm lucky I didn't have cell service at the last music festival I went to. Just saying.
Yeah.
'Cause I ended up like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, you would. All right, that was your week, Tony.
That was basically my week.
Super chill.
Yeah.
I went and helped my dad move a table today. The table was 400 pounds.
That does not
Jesus
sound like a fun
Christ.
time.
That doesn't sound like a fun table.
It was like a custom built table with my dad's name on it and my name. It had O'Neill on it. It was a poker table, very nice.
With 2 L's.
2 L's.
One
One ill, and then put an apostrophe in there. Yeah, that was not very fun. My arm still hurt, but like I'll be all right. It was me and another person moving it. So it's done. The deed is done. That's all I did today.
Sounds like a great day.
Yeah, I mean like super chill, super hangout. No, this week I got a job. I guess I can talk about it now, probably.
Probably.
Are you sure you're not embargoed, bro?
Yeah, I am. Well, you know, I talked about it last week. It is the kind of company that, you know, they're hip. They could find a podcast that I'm on.
Probably.
I mentioned it in one of my interviews, but I'm not worried about it anymore. So I got hired by Apple, or I got a job offer from Apple. I passed my background check. So
Oh, good.
I didn't.
They don't know about the things.
Yeah, they don't know about
Venezuela.
no things. Yeah, Venezuela, exactly. What happens in Venezuela stays in Venezuela. So that's good.
I'll be honest with you, Alex. Like working for like one of the big 3 tech companies, like people find out I have a podcast and they just seem uninterested. Like, I got super nervous at first, right? Like I'm like, I quit. Like I quit when I got the job at Xbox.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember you were like, I can't do Fantastic
Yeah.
Neighborhood anymore.
And then I got there and I'm like, nobody would give a shit, and I'm not gonna leak any secrets. Like, also I didn't even really talk about working there for the longest time. Just people don't fucking care.
Yeah, it's funny like
Until you do something fucked up, Nintendo guy.
yeah, we were talking about on H Bomb and
Forgot
Friends
about
last week. The guy from Nintendo was on a podcast and they got fired. So it happens, I guess.
Japan's crazy though. Like, let's look at that Konami thing. That makes like Amazon look damn right hospitable.
Go ahead, Namishin. Sorry.
I think that's more of like probably something Japanese. More than
Yeah,
anything,
like
as
they're
far
very
as,
they have like a very secret corporate like behavior. Like that's always been their style. And that's like why I think Sony has been super weird for the past like 4 years, because how Western they've become, especially Sony Computer Entertainment.
But even like stuff like, oh, I work at Sony, so like I have to get permissions to even like come on in like Colin Greg Live or something like that. So
Yeah, Ryan
it's stuff
Clements,
like that.
we're waiting someday.
I think the difference is like between like what I do as a designer, not having too much access to secret shit, or Alex, working in a retail store. Like nobody
Yeah.
cares. That's-
It is cool. Like I talked about the experience quite a bit, and the whole cult of Apple thing, and how kind of like weirdly welcoming and inviting that environment seems. So like I'm assigned paperwork next Tuesday, and then I'm gonna start my training next weekend. So I'll be able
Congrats
to talk about
again,
it.
young Alex O'Neill.
Yes, thank you. They pay very well, like stupid well.
Bowling.
But I'm very thankful. My retail experience with GameStop is the reason why I got that job. It's worth noting.
Weird.
So the one thing GameStop ever did for me,
Discounts?
they did give. There is a nice Apple discount, I'll say,
Nice.
On like machines, like on computers too.
on software. There's a 50% discount on all
Oh,
Apple
man.
software.
If only they made like useful software.
Well, as someone who uses Logic Pro 10, that would have been nice. But there's also, you can get $500 towards any MacBook, any computer you buy, or $250 towards any iPad you buy. Judging from the research I did online. So
Finally get that iPad.
yeah, at this point, I might break. But it's nice because they do pretty well. I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for the job offer. And I'll finally have money to actually buy the video games coming out this fall. So it all worked out. Let me see.
Plus that Best Buy discount.
Yes, that Best Buy did. Like, it's all working out.
GCU, or you have more?
What'd you say? Sorry.
You talking about GCU, or you have a more discount?
No, Gamer Clone Unlocked. It's that. But I do have a coupon for $5 off any purchase.
You can cop a coupe with a coupon.
That's what I'm gonna use for Until Dawn. It's gonna be like $40, so that's cool.
And that's gonna be like $20.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like,
it took forever for the order to come down, so I don't think it'll come down that fast up until dawn.
yeah, we'll see.
I was seeing the order real cheap, like.
Yeah, the order
Right
now,
after-
6 months later, is
No, but I mean, like I was seeing like $35 within the first month of release. I feel like.
yeah.
Of course, that's a feel statement.
With as good a
Making it
deal as I'm getting with it, I'm not too worried about it though.
True story.
Let me see, Monday. Yeah, this has like been my week off pretty much. So I've just been relaxing because like
It's an every week your week off.
I had class up until
I'm being facetious.
I know the week before last. So like my summer vacation is 2 weeks long, and now I have a job. So next week, it's just gonna be everything in the kitchen sink, and these dope sunglasses. Hashtag dope.
It's been a while since you
Had a job?
juggled. No, I didn't mean like that.
But yes.
But I mean, it's been a while since you. Yes, but like it's been a while since you kind of like juggle these three things. Do you think you'll be okay for that for a while, or do you think you're gonna be like stressed out for like the next few weeks or so?
We'll see. Like next few weeks might be a little rough, but like I've handled it before. I'm only taking 2 classes. The thing I'm worried about is my writing. Like that's That's my prime concern.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
just
the
like
thing. That's being an adult. Like, we only have a certain amount of units in the day, right? It's like,
yeah.
I could go for a jog, or I could like sleep.
Yeah. Like my writing
Spend
and
an hour with my son. I don't know.
like exercise too, because that's been a big part of. I might just start running around my neighborhood instead of like going to the park. But we'll see. Like, I won't know until I try. Like, they said minimum is 15 hours a week, which I can totally do fine. And I'm just thinking of like I have all this time, so basically I'm selling my time and I'm making money for that. And
Good way of thinking about it.
It's gonna, yeah.
I think like some good advice is probably just like anytime you have an idea for like an article or whatever, just write it down immediately as far as like the topic idea, so you don't lose it. And if you have the time to write it down, maybe you maybe just like spitfire a couple of them so that you can still have something coming out on a daily basis on your Tumblr.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to get better about that. Sometimes I'll be like, oh fuck, like the other day when I was like I was sending out pitches, and I did want to actually talk about this. This is good bonus content stuff. So I did pitch jam.
I'm sorry, what kind of content?
Boner content, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
I did pitch jam last year. Did I talk about this last week?
No.
Okay. I did pitch jam last year, which is like for freelancers. Specifically, it's kind of targeted towards video game freelancers, just because like those are the people that started it. But it can be for any kind of freelancer. You can submit a pitch basically, and a panel of editors mixed in with like writers, like freelance writers, will look at your pitch and be like, "This is why this works. This is why this doesn't." And they'll give you like positive or negative feedback, depending on the writer and the pitch and what position they have. So I did it last year. And I sent in 2 pitches, and one I thought was good, which was the pitch for the Persona 3 article that I eventually got to write and publish. And the other was weak, and I got like a lot of just rough feedback on it. So I sent one in this year, and I'm like, this is how I've been structuring my pitches lately. And I got feedback from 3 people. One of them was Nathan Mune, who is kind of the person that taught me everything I know about freelance writing, and all the feedback was positive. And I was like, wow. Like it was just like an overwhelming thing of, in the last year, from August last year to August this year, as a freelance writer, at the very least, I've grown a lot. And like I actually kind of know what I'm doing. And like the response was like, 2 of the writers were like, you could send this to here right now, and they might take it. And like just the structure, you did what you were supposed to. This is a really strong pitch.
That's really good, Alex. Like, so like in creative jobs and stuff, like,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, this applies to most every field, right? But like in creative jobs where your output is really like being judged, because your output is consumed by end users, or whether it's consumers, readers, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to take feedback and not get butthurt,
Yeah.
and that's the official industry term,
Oh, okay.
is just fucking critical.
Yeah.
And like at this point, like in my career, when I get the harshest feedback is usually the most helpful.
Oh,
like,
totally.
I had a fucking really rough review on Friday, and that's because I had Thursday, I had no fucking clue what I'm doing. Like this project's real nebulous, and half the time it's like the bad feedback gets you. It just gets you on the right path, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
course
really
correction.
awesome. Yeah,
Um,
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and it's like, it was weird because I have now like these 2 emails back of like the different feedback I got, and I have like this tangible evidence that I'm moving in the right direction as a writer. And I think writing every day has been a huge part of that, because like in the past, like 100, I think today's 166. In the past 166 days, I've written like probably 24 pitches at least, and like they've all gotten better and better, I think, as it's gone down. And I've actually gotten 2 articles published, and I'm still working on a 3rd, but like it's cool. So I just wanted to put that out there. Anybody who's like aspiring freelance writer, as I wear my douchey sunglasses,
Yep.
like pitch jam is really awesome. Look it up, #pitch jam, and you'll probably find a link to it on Twitter. But I was writing, like I was sending out pitches like Tuesday morning. I thought of like this amazing thing. I had to write it down immediately, and So I'm really excited about that. So I've been trying to get better about writing my ideas down as soon as they come to me. So, yeah. Scott was hopefully supposed to be here by now.
Yeah.
But looks like he's running a bit later than he thought he was. I'll see. Did he send us a message?
Guys, so let me just take this over
there
as
it
I do. What are beverage plans for this episode? Because I'm thinking I'm gonna have a whiskey at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have a root beer with heavy cream in it.
Okay.
And then I'm also gonna have to continue drinking water.
Okay. I got a little whiskey. I might have some of that. It's my
Yeah,
brother's.
I think that might be like next up. I also
You
kind of
wanna-
want to smoke a joint in my son's room, but that seems really fucked up.
That's probably fucked up.
That shit is illegal here, but probably not cool in my son's room.
Yeah, probably not. Are you like allowed to smoke weed in Washington?
Yeah,
Like-
no,
like-
it's decriminalized like for
Recreational use. Yeah, but like would you get fired?
like an organization could still have it as a banned substance and still be a reason for dismissal. Same as if like you were drunk at work, right?
Yeah.
But and I don't know my company's policy. I also should point out that I'm obviously still joking because
Yeah. I was just curious because
I'm
like
still technically in the army. It turns out. Just kidding. Did you know I was a captain in the army? Isn't
No.
that insane to you?
I didn't know that until you sent me your resume when we were working on my resume, and I was like, "What military experience? John was in the army."
For like a long time.
Yeah, like I had no idea.
Nabashin, what are you doing beverage-wise, man?
Gatorade, bro.
What flavor though? I'm taking off the sunglasses.
Fruit punch. It's like
How
I'm not
dare
gonna
you.
get anything else. Like I've been addicted to it. We went over
Now
this
I
last
can't
week,
do it
so
anymore.
Yeah, no, because you're too thirsty, bro. You're too thirsty.
Yeah, hashtag quench your thirst. Come on, quench your thirst with Gatorade. All right, then I'll go get a beverage. Scott's not here. He did say I'll be there though, but he's taking a bit longer. So I'm gonna go get some whiskey.
I'm gonna get us some whiskey,
I'll be back, and then we'll start the show.
Yep.
some water.
Do you want anything to drink, Tony? You want some water?
I
or
think I'm set.
something? Okay.
I'll be right back.
It's just us.
Oh, it's just us. Nabashin left.
Yeah.
Don't make out. Don't make
At least I think so.
Well, he's not responding, so probably
This is likely.
he's dead.
Oh man, since I'm the guest, do I get to choose the song for your quote musical break unquote?
Well, we don't do musical break that often,
I
but
know you should though, because fucking music's good.
yeah, dude.
Music's good.
Do you have something in mind?
I've had so I've had this Odessa song, My Friends Never Die, stuck in my head all day.
You know who never says die? Goonies.
Goonies never say die.
Ever.
Did you see that the people that own the Goonies house have started disguising it because they got so sick of people coming to take pictures with it, and then like they were cool with that, and then people started like shitting up the area, like leaving trash around and stuff. So they were like, well, this is why you can't have nice things.
I did not see that. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's down. It's in Astoria, Oregon.
Yeah, I knew
then,
where it was. I just
Then the most of the movie they shot in Cannon Beach, Oregon. This is a thing you know if you're from Oregon. Which...
Fury Road director rumored for Man of Steel 2. Huh. Well, yeah, Wolf, right?
George Miller directed.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not. I mean
Fury Road. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like Happy Feet.
Yeah. Ron Williams is in that
Those
movie.
feet are so fucking happy.
Yeah, they were dancing. Didn't you love Happy Feet?
I've never seen it.
Okay.
Not once in my life.
I feel like I just had a
Man,
weird.
that's profiling, isn't it?
But he played Happy.
Tony, you look like someone who loved Happy Feet.
I think you're confusing me with Evan.
Evan loved Happy Feet. That's true.
It's going well.
You lost once?
Yeah, the first game.
God, Jesus Christ. No, I'm just kidding.
I drew all the things that cost 5.
I lose 3 times in a row immediately.
Oh yeah.
And I get like 10 coins, and then they send me on my
You
way.
guys talking about like fucking Magic the Gathering or some shit?
No, we're
No,
talking
Hearthstone.
about Hearthstone.
I said or some shit.
Okay.
All right.
I
Cast a
mean,
wide net.
all right, John, you ready to start recording?
Oh my gosh.
Do you guys
Wait, we're
want to
not-
wait
we're-
like a couple of minutes and
We're
see
not
if
done
Scott
with the
shows
show
up?
yet.
Watch
That's
the
fine.
Madden movie.
Oh yeah. I'll watch this Madden thing.
Let's hit play at the same time.
Okay.
Or you could just put it in the Hangout.
Well. Oh yeah, we can watch in the YouTube app, I guess.
Oh, okay, let's do that.
Yes, add the fucking thing to the goddamn call. I'll manage your YouTube account.
What?
Sorry, what?
I use this for school.
Magless? Oh, it's a stylus. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it works on smart screens.
Yeah. One of those touchy styli. Copy link address? Or just like copy.
Oh, the pens they give us on work have like a rubber
Gosh, you
like stylus on the back. It's pretty cool.
Hot.
Yeah, weird, right? Alright, fucking just do this.
Should I GoPro this episode? You know, action sports style.
No, but you could do whatever you want.
Mic is muted.
Oh yeah, it mutes our mics. Well, all right, let's do this.
Okay, that's fine. This is already more fun than Madden has been since fucking Genesis.
Sticky bun?
I may have just Googled go ahead and work it like a boss.
It's a pretty good jam. I'll say that. Long.
Yo, that's fucking AJ Lee, right? WWE.
Sure, bro.
Yeah, I think so. And there's your man.
EA cleverly realizing that the only way to sell Madden is to not talk about Madden sells Madden. Well, that was an experience.
Here's the thing that happened.
I'm glad that we could share that together.
I'm sorry. What song is that?
Pick me up, Buttercup at the end.
No, the one that goes "Work It Like a Boss." I can't find
You
it.
should probably work it like a boss. Do you want me to Siri that shit?
Was that AJ Lee?
Siri, what song is
It's all right. I mean, I like the last year a lot.
Yeah, the one last year was way better.
Are we still live?
Yeah, dude. I checked the thing to see if like it would play the video that we were watching on YouTube, and it doesn't. I'm like,
Wow.
that's stupid. Oh, Gussie. Sorry, my cat's been attacking my feet. He was rubbing his
work.
fucking cat.
WERK.
W-E-R-K.
Good way to spell it.
Work.
So probably work remix, right? 'Cause looks like the original's by a lady rapper.
Or that's it. That's what you get.
Oh God. Google's. I don't want to watch this commercial.
Google.
All right. Well, Scott's still not here, so we're gonna have to start without him.
Fucking classic
Get wrecked.
Scott.
I'll send a text out. We bought
That's not it either.
Too many games.
I don't know.
sometime. So now we gotta play them all.
Yeah.
So I'll board. Choo choo.
All right, listen. Too many words.
Okay. All right. Johnny, ready to start recording?
Sure. Yeah.
All
Sorry,
right.
I just started watching like this crazy video.
Don't get infected by the twerk. If we learned anything from that one Lil Jon song,
I like trap. I like trap music.
trap music's pretty good. Nabishin, you good?
Yes.
All right, on 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I killed it, Tony.
Did it.
Crushed
Says
it.
I'll make
So
the fucking
good.
hammer go away. You ready for
So
this?
good.
Lava level now?
Look at that shit. Bye-bye, hammer.
Oh, is it Sing Sing? I'm glad that you're paying so much attention, Tony.
I am. I mean, we haven't even started the show yet.
Well, we're about to.
I'm
We're
ready.
About to get this coin flipping.
Scott's not here for me to mimic whatever he says, though. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, you'll have to be original.
Damn it.
To our video viewers, I'm sorry that we had to stop to watch that weird YouTube video, but it was.
Why is the YouTube video still in my thing? How does that go away?
Hit the
Oh,
X
I'm in an
by
app.
YouTube.
How do I turn that X? Okay.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go. That's 214, not 241. My bad.
Wait, this is 214?
This is 241.
241.
That's what I thought.
Yes, you're correct.
Go ahead and work it. Work it like a boss.
Work it like a boss. Something like that. Cheers, John. What whiskey are you drinking?
Bullet Rye. Cheers.
Damn it, I had some Bullet I got for our 4th of July party, and I split it with my brother. I'm like, yeah, we'll split this. It's pretty nice. It's, I haven't had bourbon before. And then he drank all of it.
A classic Brother O'Neill. Classic Brother O'Neill.
And I had like one glass of it, which was like one finger, like I have right now. This is
that
Jack Daniels.
motherfucker threw up.
Yeah, probably. Scott sure as shit threw up. That's whew.
Oh, did he? I didn't.
Oh yeah, yeah. He drank a lot of different things. Also, he fucking whooped my ass in Drunk Smash Brothers though, and I'm super pissed about it still.
Which one?
Scott.
No, which Smash Brothers?
Wii U.
I was playing some 64 Smash Bros. Japanese version. We were playing it before my brother's wedding.
I only ever play Smash Hose. Sorry.
Smash hoes?
Smash Hose.
You don't really sound like the kind of guy that would call ladies hoes. So.
I don't.
No, that's what he calls his bros.
Yeah. Before Hose. All right, let's do this. It is
Hose
Friday.
before hose. Oh, fuck you. Sorry. Hose before hose.
Hose before bows.
Yeah, make sure you water your garden with your hose.
Yeah.
You should have told me to shut up. You have to explicitly tell me when it's time to stop.
All right, John. I'm starting. It is Friday, August 21st, 2015, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I am Alex O'Neill, your host this evening, and with me I have Tony Horvath.
I don't know what to do. This document could not load.
I'm sorry. I can't help you.
Tony!
Brian Nobishin Jackson. And joining us this week, I should say, is the one, the only, Jon Anderson.
There's actually an unsurprising amount of Jon Andersons, but I don't know, probably top 10%.
You're the only one that counts.
Only one that counts. Thank you so much, young Alex O'Neill, for having me on the Irrational Passions podcast.
We've all been looking forward to it, as far as I am aware.
It's a top 5 like amateur podcast in my book.
Listen, I could settle for that. I do have a few favorite amateur podcasts, and I think ours is pretty all right.
Yeah, you don't listen to mine, fucker. So whatever.
Yeah, I don't listen to anybody, any of my friends'
listen to Guy
podcasts.
Den though. Guy Den is good. That's my show. It's only like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I listen to the ones that I'm on.
You're a real piece of work.
John. Oh, before I even go there, first, Scott is not here yet. He will be here. It's not gonna be like last week. He's promised us that he will be here.
I hope this is like a reoccurring gag that like you promise Scott to the pro Scott audience, all the marks in the crowd who are like so Scott, like just waiting to put Scott over, and then just Scott never shows up.
Scott is the glue that holds us all together.
What was it? The joke about somebody getting bumped on it was one of those late night shows. It was like, our apologize to so and so for bumped. We'll get to you next time. Like it was like a running gag, but like that should be Scott.
Yeah, Scott and Tony's Everything Sucks podcast is coming on right after ours.
Yep.
Eventually. First thing, Scott will be here soon, hopefully. Second thing, an announcement before I even get into the whole.
It's Jimmy Kimmel. He would apologize to Matt Damon for being bumped.
There you go. That's what it was. Before we go into who John is, and we'll get to that.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's probably not important.
Probably not
Holy
important.
shit! Like, if you guys figure out who I am, like, let me know, please. Spent 32 years trying to figure that shit out.
Before we go into John's midlife crisis,
Fuck you.
There's an announcement. Irrational Passions podcast is moving our recording date from Friday to Saturday until December, until the end of the semester, because Scott has a conflicting class, and it was the only option. So.
By the way, apologies to Scott for being bumped.
Yeah, sorry, Scott, for getting bumped to your class. That starts next week, so we're recording Friday right now. I'm still debating on whether or not I'll still say it's Friday, because it would feel weird to say it's Saturday for like a whole 5 months.
You're
But
gonna do Saturday nights, or are you gonna do like Saturday mornings, midday? Mornings
Saturday is
would be
more
nice.
of an open day, so we have a bit more options.
The
So
brunch with Irrational Passion sounds.
I would love to do a morning
Okay.
show, but
That
it'll
was-
never happen.
the drive time
Yeah,
with
But-
Alex and the Gooch.
Alex and the Gooch, exactly. So that is going into effect starting next week. Don't know if that's going to change the day that we release on. Right now, we release on Tuesdays. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. So that's a big announcement since we've been recording on Fridays for 5 years now. So usually, but that's out of the way. John, for people who don't know, who are you? What do you do?
Oh my god!
Ugh.
Again, like
Who-
I had
who
3
are you,
minutes
John?
to figure that out. Look, I'm Jon Anderson. I am also an amateur video game podcaster. I host Fantastic Neighborhood Guy Den and co-host Fantastic Neighborhood. I am a designer. I live in the Pacific Northwest with my wife and child. I met
Mala.
my wife. I met Alex. Wait,
And
was
Tony.
there too? Yeah.
Tony was
And
there.
Harold, I met them while I was blackout drunk in line for the Giant Bomb panel at PAX East a few years
Yeah,
ago.
PAX East 2012.
That was the time.
That was great.
And
You
now we're,
offered
like-
both Tony and I whiskey out of the flask in your
did
jacket
not.
pocket.
Totally
Lies.
did.
You
Totally
were
did.
kids. You were children. You were 16 years old.
We were 19 years old. There is a difference.
It's significantly more old than 16.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm a video game enthusiast, family man, designer, ostensibly in the video game industry, tangentially somehow.
You work for
I tell
Microsoft.
myself. I do, and I work on Xbox Live. So sort of video gamey. I don't know.
That
whatever.
counts.
I have this. So I'm about to do some name dropping star fuckery. As I call
Okay.
it. My friend CJ Kirshner, writer of such bangers as Far Cry 4, Homefront, and now Homefront 2, because fucking fate is a weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm not really, in the industry. He's like, dude, if like me writing these murder sims counts as being in the industry, you working on Xbox Live counts. So he gave me my game industry card. So I feel
Yeah.
good. Feel good.
You are not a developer. You're a designer.
I design UI for. Yeah, I design UI for how people configure Xbox Live stuff.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
That
So
does
if
make
you want
sense.
to create an achievement, I design the tool that you will do to do that.
Yo, how exciting is that Xbox One fall update, UI update?
I don't think I'm allowed to.
No,
talk
you're
about that.
definitely not allowed
Yeah.
to talk about it.
you little minx.
But like seriously, like, we should talk about it now. Well, John, thank you.
What they've shown publicly, I'm sure looks amazing.
Yeah, I agree. John, thank you for coming on the show. You're always welcome. It's been a
Be
year.
careful. Be careful.
Careful, right? Play
It's
with
been
fire.
a year since that 5 fucking hours we spent podcasting.
Listen,
my ass went to sleep.
that's
Holy
mostly
shit.
that's mostly your fault because you are the king of tangents, and I can already feel it. We took an hour for boner content.
I don't know. I had a blast though. Like I thought we talked about some cool stuff.
Yeah, we did. And obviously, Jon Anderson coined the term boner content, so we brought it back for the bonus content. And you can watch that youtube.com/irrational passions. That was a classy hour. For 4 or 5 minutes of it, we're just silent staring at our computer screens because we watched that weird Madden ad. So
Yeah. Did I mention Fantastic Neighborhood though? Like you guys go fantasticneighborhood.com, subscribe to us in iTunes or whatever. I think we have a pretty okay podcast. Alex listens to the episodes he's on, and I think he likes those ones.
I listened to 3 podcasts. So it's nothing against you, John. I just don't
Well,
listen.
no, I don't.
And those
take
3
it personally.
podcasts are this one 3 times.
Yeah, this one 3 times.
Tony,
Hey.
nice.
hey, Tony.
Good job, bro.
Yeah, so I listened to Fantastic Neighborhood. It's actually a good show.
Fucking thanks, dude.
Like
Thank you.
legit, guys. And John and I were both on the H-Bomb and Friends 2-year anniversary podcast.
After finishing that, like I reflected, and that is one of my that's a top 5
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
podcast for me. That was so much fun. That dude Tyler was just a blast. Harold was like so gracious for letting us go fucking
Steamroll
crazy.
his show into an OC
he was gracious
fancast.
without usually you'd expect him to like be like stop it, John. But instead
Harold has gotten a lot better at like controlling you and I when we go off the rails.
I think it went like I listened to that shit. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was very funny, and granted, of course, I was on it, so. But
yeah, that's good. John and I are starting an OC podcast. Like, actually, it's actually happening.
yeah, we have a production meeting this week at some point. So
So look for that. We'll be podcasting together about teenage drama very soon.
I think we're actually going to finally have a successful podcast on our hands.
Yeah.
So then what we'll do is, like, hopefully people will go from that to our video game podcasts.
Yeah, we'll go to like LA Podfest or whatever and perform live for our OC podcast, and then we'll also just talk about our other video game podcasts on those.
Yeah, so step 1, OC
Yeah.
podcast. Step 2, step 3, people listen to our video game podcasts.
Yeah. Step 2, we're still not sure about it. A profit probably. All right. Well, let's get right into the show. Buy some time till Scott gets here.
Oh my God! Why did we make this about Scott some more? Anybody else feel
He's
like
the glue.
all about Scott?
He's the glue.
I don't even remember which one Scott is.
Scott's the one.
Is he the white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only white one on the show.
Sorry, Nabishin. Yeah, he's one of the whites, I think.
One of the whites.
The whites.
What does that make you?
God knows. I'm already feeling this whiskey. I should have eaten more, is what I learned today.
Should have had some Carl's Jr., motherfucker. They
So-
forgot to put bacon on that. Oh my God!
Let me put bacon in this whiskey. Stuff that went up on the website, IrrationalPassions.com. Obviously, big thing this week was the Donkey Kong 64 Let's Play has begun. Brant and I.
That game is poop. That game is poop from a butt.
You know, a lot of people believe that, including Brant Range, the one I sat down to play it with. And we've gotten nothing but positive feedback on that Let's Play so far. It was a lot of fun to do. I listened to some of the episodes, and it came out pretty funny, I think. I'm not trying to sound all ego-like, but I think it's worth checking out. And it was super fun. So please watch it. The first 5 episodes are up right now if you're watching this live, and 7 episodes will be up by the time you hear this in audio form. It's some of those titles, man. I look at them with a lot of pride. And of course, Paper Mario is still going. That's going probably till the end of September. So just keep on trucking with that. Thank you to everyone who's been watching that, especially Justin Graffius. He actually watches every episode and tweets me about it anytime something weird happens. So thank you, Justin. Monthly Passions is not up yet, but I'm gonna have to just put that up. I've been waiting on somebody.
You were saying last week that it would be up.
Yeah, I know. I've been waiting on.
What kind of ship are you running?
I've been waiting on
O'Neill?
somebody to write something, but it's not gonna happen. So I
Who?
just
Give me initials.
a guest passion. I'm not gonna say who.
it a
DJ.
lady?
Those are the initials.
God damn it, Dr. Johnson.
Yeah, Dr. Johnson. Yeah, his first name is Doctor.
Yep.
You should have gone with Don Johnson. Come on, man.
No, his first name is Dre. It's Dr. Dre Johnson.
Dr. Trey Johnson.
He's out punching ladies.
Uh,
That's not funny.
that's not. So I'm sorry. Like, I know, Nabishin, you've been trying to remind me. I've been very aware that it's not up yet, but I'm gonna do the monthly passion thumbs and then put that up this weekend. So
You want me to write something?
no, I mean, you're fine. Think about something if you want to write something for August.
Jesus, I don't know anything how to write.
Gears of War.
Yeah, write about
Gears
Gears of War.
That's a banger. That's a fine Microsoft product.
Yeah, do it.
Tuesday, right? Shit.
Tuesday, yeah.
Or
Dude,
Monday.
Madden comes out Tuesday. It's about to start. The fall is about to begin.
Or as I like to call it, the backlog is about to continue to grow. That fucking black hole. Like, what am I planning for? This eventuality that I'm not gonna have to work and I can just play these hundreds of games I've accumulated. Like,
What's
what is wrong with me?
Well, you're gonna retire someday, in like 60 years.
We'll be on Xbox 30 by then.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the post-apocalyptic wastelands, and like I'm gonna have to ride like a stationary bike in order to generate power to play video games.
I'm curious, John. Is the next Xbox going to be called the Xbox 2? I'm sure you can talk about it.
Oh, good joke. Really funny, dude.
Hey, John. How about we talk about video games? That makes everybody feel better.
Oh my god.
What have you been playing, John? Video
Oh, shit.
games.
Let me open up this doc.
League of Legends Microsoft Edition.
Yeah, League of Legends, another fine Microsoft product.
Where you can play as the Internet Explorer icon.
Yeah,
Giant fucking E.
that'd be a fucking great character.
A shitty ass character.
Love you so much.
It just slows
I don't
down.
know
the
why. I didn't know you were gonna start with me. I was looking forward to interjecting in yours.
Well, do you want me to start?
No, I want to go first.
Okay, then
All right,
go.
go first.
Okay, so I've been playing the Batman. This is my current game that takes me for fucking ever, right?
Okay.
I'm playing that game. So let me tell you, like, that I'm a little bummed about this game. A little down on the bats, as you'd say.
The Batmobile giving you woes.
So I would not have bought this game so quickly, or maybe even played it at all, if Justin McElroy had not given it a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am not a person that normally gets like angry about reviews, but like a 10 to me, what's a 10, right? Like Persona 4 is a fucking 10.
I agree.
Tetris is a 10. You know, like Mass Effect 2, 10. And these are my things in my head.
Yeah, like
Mass Effect 2, 9, whatever.
Like when I see a 10, like it's been a while since I've seen a 10 as like this is like a perfect score, like
anybody should play this game. Anybody who likes video games should play this game.
That's like I think that's a good way to look at it, but for me, like even past it now, because I write a lot of reviews, I've given out 3 10s, Limbo, Journey, and The Last of Us. And I see that as something that just I didn't give Limbo a 10, never mind. I gave that the equivalent of a 9.5, forgive me. I see that as something that very much resonates with the person that played it.
Yeah, because The Last of Us is not like a game for everybody.
Yeah, like so much so
but
that
it's such an important work that you could just totally understand that being a 5-star game. Like it's an important work. It's an important thing for the medium.
Sure, it's well made, but it doesn't mean like it's for everybody.
Yeah, like
yeah. Okay, so let me backtrack on something I said because we're talking through this and it's making a lot more sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were gonna, could you imagine mentioning Batman in the company you just said? This one.
I could not, but not Arkham Knight.
Yeah, no, the Origins is fuck me. Asylum.
City? Oh,
Asylum.
Yeah.
Asylum is an important milestone game. Like,
yeah.
We'll look back, and that is going to be a milestone game.
Rocksteady changed like
Night is
action games.
Yeah, Night is the third game in that series, and I don't know that it's even necessarily better than that first one. So while I'm enjoying playing the game, the problems with it are kind of bumming me out because I was expecting maybe expecting something better. And like the problems I'm having with it are, so this is a thing that games do where they joke about bad design or shitty things they're doing, and it's not an excuse for the shitty things they're doing. Like, oh, how come every female character is being fucking fridged or damseled, right? Like, and then, you know, I don't know how much you've already given away on this game, but like an additional character makes a comment about like, oh, well, can't keep the women in your life safe or whatever. It's like that's not really an excuse for this bad, what I think is a bad or lazy piece of design. And the car stuff is stupid. It's the Mako. It's the Mako all over again. So
I feel like the Mako comparison is. I'm torn because it is partially justified because there's too much of it, and I think like that holds. But it's not. It doesn't control nearly as bad as something like that.
No, but I'm just saying like how it's the least interesting thing in that game.
Yeah,
is the car stuff. Second to worst. Probably like tracking down all those Riddler trophies is probably the worst thing. But anyway, don't let this. I don't want it to sound like I really dislike this game. I just don't like it as much as I'd really hope.
Yeah, and to backtrack to Justin McElroy's review, which I read and I listened to the quality control about it. Like I could see, judging by how he talked about it, I could see why that experience resonated with him specifically. And like that's like what I always come back to. Like in defense, like a lot of people hate Journey.
What?
Which
like Gamergate? Like is that who hates Journey? Like
a lot of people I know in my personal life
as shoot people in the face.
A lot of people think that Journey isn't a game because it's too short and it's not worth $15.
Okay. All right. Like, are you just like trying to make me angry right now?
No, but like I've met people that have said this to me, and it's like
I'm
it's
actually
heartbreaking.
getting a little emotional right now. These are the same people. These people probably don't think Gone Home is a game, right? Like
They probably wouldn't. Yeah.
Whatever. Like, I got no time for that shit.
So,
right?
but what I'm saying is, like, there are people out there that feel that strongly about Journey, which is the opposite end of giving it a 10.
Yeah.
But Journey really resonated with me, and that's how I felt about it, and that's not going to change.
I'm gonna play Journey. I haven't played the PS4 version yet. I'm gonna play this after this.
It's worth it.
So check it. I'll be streaming that. I don't know what that even means.
I'll stream that, homie.
I think I'm Twitch on Spider Sandwich. Anyway, moving on, Batman. Like, it's a good ass game, but it's just, it's not a landmark. It doesn't push the medium forward like I think Asylum did.
It doesn't change like the landscape of video games like Asylum did, or even like Arkham City did. I think.
And I think a 10 to me has to do that. It has to be that. Like the way Persona 4 Golden, which I think Phil Kohler gave a 10 on Polygon, right?
He did, yeah.
The way that game was the first JRPG I finished in 10, 12 years, and just the way it just got me, I can't help but agree with that, right? Or like even if you're going to go back, like Modern Warfare, like that's a game changer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Journey, Gone Home, Last of Us, like all those are in that pantheon, right?
Yeah. But Nabishin, you were going to say something.
I'm sorry, I can't see his face, so I cut him off like a dick.
Oh, you're fine.
Turn your webcam on.
But like, but I was going to say though, like with Arkham City in comparison to Arkham Knight, like the reason I like Arkham City more than I like Arkham Knight is because I kind of like the story more in Arkham Knight, like a whole lot more than I like in Arkham City. But like for Arkham City though, like I feel like game is like almost flawless. Like I can't think of anything that bring it down. And like, is it something like the Batmobile that's already in a good game, but like you having something that like it's just something that makes it a negative, something that weighs it down when it doesn't need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like how I feel about that. It's like I feel like Arkham City is like the perfect game, but it's like Arkham Knight is Arkham City again, a little bit better, but with something that makes it a negative just because of the Batmobile.
Yeah, like when we were talking about it initially, the way I described it was Arkham Asylum, every aspect of it, the combat and the stealth were great. And then in Arkham City, it was that the combat, the stealth, and the open world were great. And in Arkham Knight, it's the combat, the stealth, the open world are great. The Batmobile is just not up to that quality. So, like, if you look at the grand scheme, like the big picture of each game, like Arkham Knight is the only one where one piece doesn't fit as well as everything else. So, like, that's why it stands out as a weak link. When in reality, like, the moment-to-moment stuff is still fantastic.
Yeah.
But, like, again,
I agree.
I think you can also look at a 10 in a series, like a franchise series like that, as the culmination and personification of all that series' best characteristics. I wouldn't say that about.
Is like, I mean, I forget where. Yeah, it's probably Reichert was talking about it on Giant Bomb, right? About how Ultra Street Fighter 4 essentially gets a lower score than Street Fighter 4, even though it really is a better, more complete, Street Fighter 4 experience.
Yeah. But it's not as culturally impactful
or new.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have to agree with that. Maybe that doesn't count as like video game cultural relativism, does it? But
I think it does. But like someone could see Arkham Knight as like the culmination of everything they learned throughout all the other games, and it's the best of those games. Someone could look at it, and that's why they think it deserves a 10, because it built on everything that City and Origins and Asylum did before it. I don't look at it that way, so I would never see Knight as a 10. Yeah, I gave it an 8. I think it's a great game, and
I think it's a solid 8. Let me ask you a question. If somebody told you, and I think about this all the time because like I hear songs on the radio, and I'm like, this is somebody's favorite song. This is somebody in the world. This is their favorite fucking song.
Yeah.
Do you think it would make a lot of sense to you if somebody said Arkham Knight is my favorite video game of all time?
I think it would. I could see that, yeah. But to your argument, like when I play a video game, any video game, think to myself, this is somebody's favorite video game of all time. I talked to some
After
people.
you played Rogue Warrior.
Yeah, well,
Mickey Rourke, that banger.
well, like I was talking on a message
Karate Kid
board
for NES.
this week, and somebody said Ni no Kuni was their favorite game of all time, and I was like, oh, that's like, it didn't like occur to me. It was like, oh wow, like I'm surprised because like when I played the game, I liked it.
That's one of those monster backlog games I'm never gonna get to. But like the idea that because it's Studio Ghibli, like I could so fucking see that. Like,
but
the works of Ghibli like are just they're impactful things.
Mm-hmm. But to put I guess like a nice pin in this argument or discussion, I should say, I think like just seeing a 10 as like there needs to be some kind of threshold to cross it is part of why scores and everything are so arbitrary and don't really matter. It's just like something could be so relevant to someone's life. Like people have played Kingdom Hearts 1 and it was like impactful and it brought their family together and you know they played it with their siblings. You know, I'm using a specific example in mind. And like to them that is the greatest game of all time. That's the greatest achievement in gaming of all time because of what it did for them personally. So giving it a 10 makes sense, but to someone else it's like that doesn't make any sense. So at the end of the day, a 10 is more a reflection on the person who reviewed it than the game itself.
And the exact opposite for something like like a game that got scored lower but like resonated for someone else. It's like for me and Alex, like a few years ago, Beyond Two Souls came out. Yeah. And that game for both of us, we felt was fantastic. After you get through like all of this, we see the problems through it, but we feel like that game was like really, really impactful for us that year. But most people didn't like that game because of how unstructured it was, and it's just like it's just an opinion for different people.
I think having a flawed game is your favorite or one of your favorites is, I mean, one of my favorite, definitely top 10 all time game for me is Mirror's Edge. Which has some clunkiness to it, but like and I'm not even a really visual designer. I'm like considered a user experience designer, but the visual style in that game is striking, and it turned a corner in game design as a whole. You can see its impact, whether people like would cite it as a direct inspiration or not. Is a game whose styling you've seen since then. You've seen that like more flat, clean styling. So yeah. Anyway, how we started talking about Batman.
That was a good discussion, though.
Yeah. So like a little mini seg into speaking of favorite games. This week's episode of Fantastic Neighborhood Guy Den. Fred and I are doing something called 5-Hit Combo, where a friend of ours is coming on. He used to host a show called Perpetual Geek Machine. Comes on and judges top 5 lists of me and Fred. So this past week, so the episode that was live this week is movies. In 2 weeks, our video games episode will go live. So you'll get to hear my top 5, which goddamn that is a hard thing to come up with.
Top 5 movies.
Top 5 movies was easier. I had to bump Good Will Hunting for my top 5 movies.
What was your number one?
Blade Runner.
Oh, nice pick.
Yeah.
Blade Runner is
I'll
awesome.
go through. Man, I almost don't want to give it away, but like A Few Good Men, Hot Rod, Tokyo Drift, Karate Kid, and Blade Runner are my top 5 movies.
My favorite movie of all time is Silver Linings Playbook.
You're fucking with me.
I'm not. That's absolutely 100% true.
So, and then you'll have to listen to the show in 2 weeks for my top 5 games. But I'll just tell you what didn't make my top 5 that like were on the short list.
Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah, so it's Batman Arkham Knight because I really think it's a culmination of all things Batman.
Yeah.
It's just the.
It's the personification of what the Batman is.
Let's get real. Mordor is better than Arkham Knight, right?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Story-wise,
Nemesis,
no, I can't
Nemesis.
say that.
Story-wise, yeah.
I'd say the story in Mordor is ass.
I think Mordor does cooler stuff. Like what Mordor brings to the table is cooler than the Batmobile.
Nemesis.
Yeah.
But the things that got bumped from my top 5 are The Last of Us, Lunar, the Silver Star story.
What? You are the fucking
Edge.
Lunar guy, and it gets bumped from your fucking top 5?
Hold up, homie. Mirror's Edge, Pack and Jump, and Ranger X for Sega Genesis. That's my 6
fucking
through 10.
made it. If Burnout Paradise is on that fucking list.
No, but something else in the genre. I said it was a life-changing game, bro. I said it was a life-changing game.
True
So,
enough.
so Alex, you're partially to blame for this, for Lunar, because something else huge.
Oh,
I was
Persona
like,
4 bumped it off the list?
Well, I'm like, well, I have a JRPG that I like more than Lunar, so Lunar is obviously not in my top 5.
Okay, fair enough. I'm glad
Persona 4 is the greatest JRPG of all time.
I completely agree, but I'm glad that it resonated with you so much. I remember when you talked to me about it, I was super surprised and super stoked.
Not as surprised as me, man. And hey, maybe it's Stockholm Syndrome because it was 120 hours.
Yeah. That's the thing. By the time you get to hour 60, you're like, well, I have to keep going. I need to know who the killer is.
Did I even at that point? Did I?
I don't know. Probably not.
So anyway, listen to that on my show. I just go through a couple of retro things I've been playing lately. So Tetris and Dr. Mario is a game my wife and I have been playing together, like the SNES multi-cart. We play that together since we were pre-dating. So
yeah, in college, you said, right?
Yeah. So that's a big part of our ritual, if you will. If we're gonna have some sex, it starts with Tetris, Dr. Mario. I'm joking.
Hold up, honey. I gotta play up that Tetris theme.
Hold on, my line block is ready.
I'm finally getting good enough at Dr. Mario, which I sucked at for years. I'm beating her at that consistently. So that's been happening. I picked up a copy of the Karate Kid for NES. That is a terrible fucking video game.
Yeah, it is.
And then I've been trying to play Super Mario Brothers 2, Doki Doki Panic on various things. I finally cracked open my copy of Mario All Stars, the collector edition that came out on Wii a few years ago.
I really want to get a copy of that.
Which is probably a mistake because apparently new copies of that go for a bunch of money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I opened it and then I smelled the inside because when I open a new game, I go.
Yeah,
new game smell.
Yeah, new game smell, man. It's real.
Factory. It's good.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that. Just the reason I put it on my list is because, I posted on Facebook or Instagram or something who do you play as? Because I haven't played this game very much in probably 20 years. Who do you play as? And people are answering blah 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 blah. And then this one guy goes, "Hey, fun fact! This didn't start out a Mario game." It's motherfucker, I host a video game podcast. You think I didn't know that? Take your basic bitch ass back to South Jersey. With that.
Your basic bitch ass back to South Jersey.
Yeah, you piece of trash.
Welcome to the OC, bitch.
Exactly. Anyway, I just had to get that in there for that anecdote.
Fucking quality individual, John. Thank you for coming on.
Okay, so he's a racist piece of Republican trash that I thought I had unfriended already.
Okay. So there's a bitterness that's already been established.
He was also my fraternity pledge brother, right? Oh, so did I mention I was in a fraternity?
You did not. We're just learning more and more factoids about you.
So yeah, that was a weird part of my life. But he fucking ratted me out when we were pledging, and I just never forget that. So
really burned you.
Yeah. So I played some Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
Nabish and I have also played this.
I only played 20 minutes. So I'll just wait till you guys talk about it, and I'll share my thoughts then. So the last, I don't know, significant thing on my list is Pac-Man 256.
How is that?
It's really good. It's really, really good.
I heard it's been I heard it's the next kind of Pac-Man Championship Edition, how that redefined Pac-Man, this redefines it again.
Yeah, for sure. And it's it's the guys what made Crossy Road with an actual license, and I hope people keep giving them licenses that they get.
Frogger.
They did Frogger. Frogger was Crossy Road.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. Thanks for luring me into that trap.
What is Pac-Man 256?
It's the inspiration is the 256th level of Pac-Man where the screen gets all gobbledygooked on the left side, and you can't it's the kill screen, right? You can't finish it.
Yeah.
So it's an endless Pac-Man in that this sort of digital deterioration is chasing you as you just go through endless Pac-Man levels.
Speaking of Pac-Man 256, Harold just posted a new high score on Twitter.
What is it?
He got 4182.
Yeah, I'm beating him. So
All right then.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
so it's really good, and it's really good. And the thing I loved about Crossy Roads is it was free to play. You could put money in to get characters, right? And skins for the game, right? Like, so you got your League of Legends model, right? No, sorry, your Dota model. Whatever. What the fuck ever, right? One of those games. So this one,
Yes.
since it's in conjunction with Namco, Bandai Namco, makers of such fine shows as... No, do they make Power Rangers? Or is it Saban? Is that a different company?
That's Saban.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Whatever.
The makers of such
So-
fine
Saban,
products
I'm
as
sorry.
the Tales series.
Or Project Cars. They publish Project Cars.
Sure, okay. Cars.
That's weird. So the formerly like tip jar feeling, like very positive free to playness of Crossy Road has sort of been replaced with a credits time based system.
Ah. So not so cool.
Yeah, so I obviously still recommend it. You get 6 plays at a time, and then you can keep playing, but you play without power ups, right? So you know you're not getting the whole game.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there like a way to buy unlimited credits for like $7.99 or something?
I thought it was more than that, but yeah, $8 is kind of pricey for that.
Yeah, sure.
And I might end up doing it. I really do like the game.
Like if I get this game, I'll probably will buy that.
Yeah, I wish there were characters, but
You just want to buy more fucking characters for real money.
I do. I want to like play Pac-Man as Guy from Tekken. I can't think of anybody's name from Tekken.
Hachimitsu? No.
Yeah, sure.
Hachi. Hey, damn it. Hachimitsu. Yoshimitsu. God damn it.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
That guy from Tekken Cross Street Fighter?
That's never coming out.
I don't know. You're probably right. Never mind. Just whatever.
I hope so, man. I fucking love Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Like, that's
I do too.
probably my favorite fighting game of all time.
I love Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Nobody likes it, but I like it.
Dude, I love that game. I love that game.
Good to
But-
know that there is someone else. I appreciate that, John.
Yeah, we're kindred spirits, young Alex and Neo.
Yeah, you, me, and Seth Cohen.
Yeah. Captain
I'm
Oates.
sorry. I'm luring you in, aren't
Captain
I?
Oates, bro. Captain Oates.
Okay.
Seth Cohen, to an extent, felt like a parody of me, like in college. I'm like, oh, it's cool. He's got a Crime in Stereo poster in his room, or like these other pop punk bands, or like quote emo bands as they called them in that show. I would not call Death Cab a emo band, but whatever.
Neither way.
But yeah, so the thing is, my favorite Pac-Man game of all time is a game called Pack and Jump. You guys
yeah.
familiar with this?
No, not at all.
It came out like 2011. They haven't updated it for Retina screens at all or whatever, but it's a Pac-Man jumping game, like a doodle jump sort of thing.
Oh.
So if you check the leaderboards on that game, you'll find me in the very high up on several of the levels. We're talking like top 100 in the world in a game with tens of thousands of scores. It's something I got really into and I really love. So it just reignited a bit of my love for that. But then I went back and tried to play that, and it doesn't play as well on the Retina because the screen's too big.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking at gameplay of it right now, and I'm just getting more and more disappointed with you, but like that's...
I think you should try it. It's
Okay.
probably fucking $1 right now. So
That's
if
too steep. Never mind.
disappointed. I'm gonna mail you a $1 bill. Whatever.
Mail me $1 bill.
I'm done.
That's it? That's all you got? Nabashin,
Yeah.
are you back?
Nope.
Okay. Then Tony, how about you go?
Not games.
Yeah, what video games do we play? We played
We've been
Diablo.
playing
We did
Hearthstone
play
the entire time
Diablo
we've been
together.
talking.
Yeah, you've been playing Hearthstone.
It's a fact.
You don't want to contribute to the conversation? You too intimidated by Jon Anderson's pretty face?
He's a little scary.
He
Yeah.
hated what I was playing and saying about Batman.
That's right.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Tony's very opinionated about Batman. Don't get him started.
You know it.
Well, first, let's go in order. You came over last Saturday.
Did do that.
You played Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Yep.
You didn't like Yoshi.
Really, wanted to stop playing that game as soon as they started making me use Yoshi. Did stop playing that game as soon as they started making me use
You don't
Yoshi.
like the point and click?
No, I hate that about the Wii.
I don't mind that much. It's they use it in some clever ways later on, but you only got through like the first 3 worlds.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, you got some stars.
Did get some stars.
You died a couple of times.
A couple times just jumping off shit.
It's just like you were trying to find a path that you couldn't get, like a star in the middle of another star path.
Yeah.
And you'd miss it and just jump off the goddamn ledge.
Yeah, of course.
But they give you like 1,000 one-ups. One-mans.
Yeah, so. And I just made Alex do all the fighting for me, for the most part.
Yeah, the second player in that game actually does like a whole lot of work if they want to.
It's pretty sweet.
You control a little Luma, you can kill things. It's pretty cool.
I played maybe 2 hours of Galaxy 2. I beat Galaxy 1 and then got Galaxy 2 and I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And somehow it just didn't grab me. Tony, how are you? Are you gonna beat this game?
No.
No, you're never gonna play it again.
I mean, I might play it, like at some point, but
I love it. I think
It's weird, isn't it? Like I feel that's like the weirdest thing, like playing from Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. Because like Galaxy 1, I could completely beat, and like playing Galaxy 2, like I love this game, but like I just didn't beat it yet. So
yeah,
that's like a lot of people.
I definitely like I burnt out on it, but I recognize it as a way more enjoyable game. And like, because I did the whole thing with Galaxy 1 where you play through it once and then you play through the whole game again, doing all 140, 120, whatever stars as Luigi. And I did all that. And I did that kind of like just before I played Galaxy 2, and then I got almost all the stars in Galaxy 2, and I just stopped. But the time I spent with 2 and like the creativity, the levels and everything, I enjoyed more than the twice through I did with Galaxy 1. So it's just...
Get ready for that life to be over, bro. This like playing games multiple times thing. Oh my gosh.
Listen, man, let me enjoy it while I have it.
Yeah, sure.
God, now you just bummed me out. Galaxy 2 is it's just there's a lot more creativity in everything that you do. Everything's always different. It's constantly different. I really like that. Galaxy 1 is a bit slower, a bit more samey, but they're both really, really creative games. So
don't you wish the Wii U upscaled the Wii games a little?
Doesn't it?
It looks like poop from a butt. You're like, because I went back and played. You go into the Wii menu and you're like, oh my god, my eyes. Like, did my contact fall out or?
Am I blind in one eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. The Wii was standard definition,
Yeah,
we got to live in that world where that happens.
But the fucking thing is, I'm like, Dolphin works okay.
Yeah, I mean, our friend Joe has gotten way into Wii emulation and GameCube emulation, so whatever. If you're into that, you're into that. If you want to upscale it, you want to throw in anti-aliasing or whatever. I don't have a computer that can do that, so enjoy. I'm fine with it. I play, I'll go back and play a SNES game with all of its pixely goodness on an HD TV, so I'm a psychopath.
If I finish this like retro game station project I'm working on, like, you'll flip your shit. Like I bought an old school TV studio monitor to play retro games on, so that's gonna be.
You did tell me about this. I want to see how it comes along.
Yeah,
Tony. Chronologically later, we played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, was that later?
Yeah, that was like the
yeah, we did play that next.
The thing we played next.
Instead of playing that, did you just watch the hit cartoon?
No, we definitely thought about it. There's like a new Yu-Gi-Oh game out for PS4 and I guess Xbox One. I saw it on Xbox One. That Greg got, and when we called him after the last podcast, and that's not in the video or anything. We should have kept it going.
Probably.
We called him and he's like, I was just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And we were like, what the fuck? So the next day when Tony and I were hanging out before Greg got there, we're like, we should get Yu-Gi-Oh! And then fucking make Exodia.
Yeah, we played the demo of whatever Yu-Gi-Oh! Game Greg had been playing.
Yeah. And then we made Exodia and beat the shit out of Kaiba.
Yeah, totally did.
And then Kaiba died in real life.
I think Greg came over halfway through and he was like, holy shit, you're doing this all wrong.
Yeah, and then we got Exodia in one.
Yeah, and he was like, you have to do all this special stuff to get Exodia. And then we were like, but...
Then we got all 5 cards in our hand, and then it won. We won.
He's like, but his Blue Eyes White Dragons are going to kill you. And we were like, I mean, yeah, but...
No, we already captured...
We already have that. We
Fuck,
took his Blue Eyes White Dragon.
About?
Listen, John, so Yami is an ancient pharaoh that inhabits an idol that Yugi wears around his neck, right?
Yep.
and possesses him to transfer his ancient card battling skills to the modern times. This is real, John. I don't know if you're aware.
Real life.
So yeah, we did that. We captured Kaiba's Blue Eyes White Dragon, used it against him, almost killed him, but we waited it out so that we could kill him with Exodia, and then we did.
This was all a demo?
Yeah, this was in the demo. You could play the first 2 story missions.
You could hear him download it.
Scott.
Hello.
Hey, Scott. You ready to start recording?
I'm ready.
All right, on 1, 3, 2, 1.
All right, I did not mess that up.
You did good. Hey, everybody, Scott's here. Oh my God, Scott.
I'm here, finally.
Scott, we
I'm
missed
sorry.
you.
Oh my God,
My
Alex,
prediction was
you're
an hour and a half
fucking
off.
obsessed with Scott.
I'm so obsessed with Scott. The thirst is real. We did an hour of boner content. We were thinking of you the whole time.
Alex, act like you've been here before, bro. Come on. Like, it's away.
I need some Gatorade is what I need.
Well, you see, what I think it is I've been on every show except for the last show.
For
Like, for
2 years straight.
Almost 2 years
Yeah.
straight.
So like you have a better record than I do. Although I'm back up to about a year now.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. Scott, welcome back.
I wonder how you're going to handle Dobson not being able to make a show.
Yeah, that has never happened. Never will.
I mean, I left early before. Y'all are capable.
It's not the same.
Technically, Evan, Scott, and I had done a show together before.
Yeah.
That was rough.
A rough 15 minutes. It's like bad sex. If it's bad, then it doesn't last very long, but it's rough the whole time. But if it's good, it lasts a nice long time.
What?
We're all rubbing our
You should stop talking.
our nipples are chafing up against the insides
Alex
of our
was about
t-shirts.
to talk about how a breast feels like a bag of sand.
Yep.
Yo, dude, one time my friend described the female anatomy as cold spaghetti, so it doesn't get worse than
Oh,
that.
you're doing it wrong. Or
That's what I said.
Somebody in that
I said,
situation.
was she dead? Why is it
Oh
cold?
God, stop it. Clammy like a puppy's nose.
Yeah, clammy like a puppy's nose.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, John.
Scott, John's here. That's his best friend. Scott, we were just talking about Tony's games. We played a Yu-Gi-Oh game.
And then
Play
you
the
lost
Yu-Gi-Oh
Tony.
game.
He's playing a game now.
Yeah, and Tony's playing Hearthstone again.
Yep.
Fallout Shelter, bruh.
No, I uninstalled that on all my stuff.
You
Yeah,
couldn't.
it's boring.
You couldn't do it anymore. I still play Fallout Shelter every day.
The new poop cycle is Fallout Shelter, Pac-Man 256, and then as soon as I'm done with my credits and that, back to Fallout Shelter to like just type any loose ends with resources.
Tie up any loose ends with resources, huh? Is that poop talk?
The problem with that game is like I built 2 new rooms and all of a sudden I went from 91 down to 12. Like happiness. Like fuck, man.
Listen, if you don't have someone in every important room that includes storage rooms, then radiation goes up because rats get in, and then everyone gets unhappy. I found that out the hard way.
Fucking rats.
Fuck that game. I hope I get something out of it in Fallout 4, but I'm guessing that's not gonna happen.
Tony, you played Diablo with me.
Yeah, and Greg.
And Greg came over last Saturday. We sat down. Greg had never played Diablo before. I'm like, I bet you'd like this.
Yep.
And Greg was like, yeah, this is actually really fun. And then we had like a weird podcast-like discussion on the couch, which was fun.
Which lasted for a long time.
Yeah, we played Diablo for like 5 hours straight.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, we played it past midnight. It was fun. We got through the first act, and then we put it down. But Greg ended up buying Diablo after that, so I guess it left a good impression on him.
Yeah.
And you and Greg traded primary PlayStation 4s.
Yep.
So that we'll all play Diablo 3 again together soon.
God damn it, Tony.
Yeah,
What?
Tony weaseled his way into Greg's PS4. Yeah, but Greg might play
He's just trying to own them all. He's trying to collect all our PlayStation 4 accounts.
That's what he
I
wants.
have them all. I have everyone's except for Scott's.
You don't know? Oh, yeah, you do have mine. I should have deleted it off your system.
When am I ever going to log into it?
Just log in, delete all my Witcher saves, log out. Like a fucking monster.
If only I could like remote into your Vita and delete Persona 4 saves.
That would be fucked up.
That'd
Although
be
I
real
just
fucked up.
play through it again.
No. You
Your excuse
replace
to
all
play
of
it.
his saves with Chie saves.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
Now she would be happy.
When
Now
does
should be
when's
like I
Dancing All
win.
Night come out? That's soon, right?
What Dancing All Night? That comes out September 29th, I believe.
Yes.
So yeah, it's very
End
soon.
of September.
Reviewers already have it. I should try and get one of those copies. Talk to my Alex.
Why haven't you?
That's a good fucking question. I just don't think about it anymore. I don't really ask for reviews that much anymore. So I should get back in the habit of doing it.
We got that Call of Duty beta though.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's another thing I didn't write down. I'll get to that. What else, Tony? What else have you been playing?
H1Z1 with Scott.
Yep, that's a
That
lot
was
of fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Basically,
go around, we
my
kill
job is to annoy Tony so he loses.
Yeah.
Scott's really good at getting lost.
Scott, how'd you even get lost here? Do you even play? Do you even lift controllers?
Well, I normally get to where I'm going, except for I circle it before I get there.
Yeah, you just like go around. But you like do the circle gets tighter, so eventually you'll get to the center point, but you're just taking as long as possible to get there.
Sounds about right.
You exhaust all your food resources.
Nope, there's no food in Battle Royale.
Okay, well, boring. No, I watched somebody stream H1Z1 Battle Royale, and I stopped.
Which one is H1Z?
It's the one that isn't DayZ, but it's like DayZ, but it isn't.
Is that the one
that
that
was
like?
owned by Sony, and then like
That one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the Daybreak one.
I feel like I saw like a Let's Play or not. Maybe it was on Giant
It was
Bomb
probably
in
Twitch
Alpha.
stream. A lot of
Yeah.
people do streams of the Battle Royale.
The developers did a Let's Play, or have been doing frequent Let's Play, like dev Let's Plays of the updates and stuff. So,
There's that too.
That looks like a nightmare. That game.
Is that game not out yet?
no.
No,
Like,
it's
fully released?
still early access.
Oh, okay.
Is it coming out this year? What version is it on? Do you know?
I
Tony?
don't know.
The answer is like straight up no.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
zombie game comes out and no one
they say
notices. Did it really come out?
They're calling it an early alpha.
Yeah.
So
Fucking bastardization of the terms alpha and beta.
Yeah. I mean, early access is more along the lines of than the AAA betas that are out there now. All right. What else, Tony?
Hearthstone.
Yeah, you're playing that right now. How's
Good
that?
game.
How's that treating you?
It's good.
Is it treating you as well as that microphone is treating your mouth?
No.
There you go.
Move it, dude. Move it.
Just move the microphone. All right, that's the wrong way. Just
So like this.
yeah, there you go.
Okay.
This works for Scott.
Yeah.
Anything new in Hearthstone?
I mean, the expansion comes out next week.
Okay, so there will be something new. It's
There
very
will
soon.
be new stuff. Yeah.
Did you already buy it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're fucking
Well,
stoked.
I mean, you can't really necessarily buy it unless I were to go and like buy like 400 packs.
Yeah, you're gonna do that. though.
There's an option to like pre-purchase a bundle of packs and before it comes out, and that's kind of like buying it. So I did that.
So the expansion just naturally adds more cards.
Yeah.
To the possibilities.
Yep.
Is it really an expansion then? Whatever, guys.
That's how it works in a card game.
Well, in a card game, when you have cards like that, normally you change the paradigm of how things play out.
These fucking cards are stupid.
So the
Card games
card
suck,
game-
Scott.
Were
Card
you just
games
talking
are
about
usually
Yu-Gi-Oh,
a lot
bro?
different than before.
Yeah, we played that as a joke so we could get Exodia and then make Greg angry.
Yeah.
Hilarious joke.
We were trying to like get Exodia, take a picture of it, and then delete it before Greg got here.
Yeah, but he came like right in the middle of the Kaiba battle.
Of course he came. He was so excited by that.
Yeah,
fact about it.
exactly.
Greg's doing all right. To people who listen to the show that didn't see the bonus content, he's doing okay. He's got a beard now. He's got a new job. He's moving in November, maybe. So
Yep. Maybe. I think he's actually definitely moving.
he might be moving earlier or later than that.
Well,
He's not sure. Anything else, Tony? Since you're so talkative, why don't you ever? We never talk anymore.
listen.
You never look at me during
Oh,
Last Saturday,
the podcast.
oh my!
listen. Last Saturday we talked for like 9 hours straight.
Yeah, well, we got to do that every fucking Friday.
Every Saturday.
Well, Saturday now.
All right.
Because
Greg,
Scott-
is Greg free tomorrow?
Scott's throwing a goddamn wrench in it.
Scott will
Sorry.
come over and play with us and be like, insist that we play hardcore characters and then get us killed over and over again.
You know,
Well, you see, what I would do is I'd definitely just while you guys are fighting someone, I'd fight and grab somebody with walls
I.
and then lasers.
What Diablo are you fucking playing, Scott?
You've never seen the bosses with walls, and then the.
Oh yeah, we did actually fight some of those. Those guys are new since
Yeah.
last time I played.
Yeah, if you find somebody that has both walls and lasers, you're dead.
Well, yeah.
How you take care of that in hardcore mode is you go the other way, and then
Or you kill everything real
restart.
fast.
And you never come back. And then you restart the whole game. Scott, or I will say just to everyone here in general, the silver lining of us recording on Saturdays now is that we will definitely get Travis Baum on the podcast now, finally.
Nice.
Fuck,
At
finally.
least one time.
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of Travis Baum, John.
Travis Baum.
Do you even know who Travis Baum is?
Um,
He was on our Persona 4 spoiler cast.
I
That I believe you listened to.
I didn't listen to that.
You didn't?
Maybe I forget. Like, dude, all the Persona content just like
It blends together.
I've spent 200 hours with that stuff altogether, right? Like, I've watched all the anime a couple times, you know, like reading through the art books, you know, writing my fanfic.
Fanfics.
Yeah, your Irrational Passions fanfic. Fun fact, John owned irrationalpod.tumblr.com for a very short time.
Wait, did I?
Yeah, he did. You were the one that made me fucking go and get that.
Oh man, I forget.
Is that all, Tony? You've got Galgun, Double Piece, and Akibus Trip on here.
So, yeah, we watched that trailer thing we watched the Giant Bomb crew play it.
Yeah.
And I counted that as us playing it.
It's a good thing that Tony brought that up, Novish, in the UPF where Jeff played the fucking sequel to Galgun, and they brought back the creeper cam. I showed him
really good.
the original Big Live show where that came from, and we had a nice little educational session about Jeff Gersman's relapse.
Yeah. So that happened. That was while we were waiting for Greg to show up too, and then after Greg and I switched things, I was like, let's see what Greg even owns.
Oh my god. You just went into the hyena's den?
Yeah, and that was there, and so I played it. And
What, Galgun?
No,
Akiba's
Akiba's
Trip.
Trip.
Yeah.
It'd be better on Vita than it is on PS4, but
Yeah.
It's on Vita.
I know, but I'm not gonna buy it. So
And that was your video game adventure for the week?
pretty much,
Yeah, we had fun Saturday.
we did have fun.
Next time we'll stream it
Yeah,
or try. We were all just like
at least try.
in a very weird, like relaxed thing.
So
I
no
was-
Bloodborne?
No, Tony's
I
done
am
with
kind
it.
of done with Bloodborne.
Okay.
It's been enough time. This is what you told me.
Yeah,
That you're just removed from it.
pretty much.
Did Greg get it digitally? You just buy it from him?
Yeah, Greg owns it. I downloaded it.
Sure.
Yes.
At least you have it available if you
Yeah.
ever. You said you would go back to it. It's probably not anytime soon.
Yeah, probably like 6
I
months
just give
from
you
now.
my fucking copy. I'm not playing
I
that.
mean, now I have it, so
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you actually end up moving in with Will, you could probably play it side by side.
exactly. So
Be a more enjoyable experience probably.
just sit there with Will, hand on his knee.
one hand on the other hand on controller.
No, we'll both have one hand on the controller.
Share it.
I mean, he has a PS4 and another copy.
There you go.
You could play the online, but also sitting next to each other.
Yep.
I'll go. I play video games.
Okay.
Triablo.
How many Tales games?
0.
Well, fucking, you sucking.
Yeah, all right, Nabishin.
Whoa, that guy.
Actually, I did boot up Tales of Vesperia, so 1.
All right, never mind.
I played Triablo with Tony and Greg. That was the first time I ever played that locally. That was a lot of fun. Another game that I played locally was Rocket League. And Tony, it was. I played it for so long that Tony had enough time to log on to PS4, which you do once a month.
Yep.
And
Well,
so-
that was when Greg and I were doing that thing.
And sent me a message saying, "You playing Rocket League?"
Because I just remembered you saying on the show, like, I do not like Rocket League.
It wasn't that I didn't like it. I was worried that I liked it too much.
Oh.
And that worry holds true. So this was an experience. So my friend Chris came over. He's like, "Dude, do you have fucking Rocket League?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Dude, we need to play Rocket League right now."
Ooh,
And so we sat down and played local
you
Rocket
sound
League.
like that?
Yeah, he did,
God,
actually.
What a nightmare.
Yeah. We sat down and played local Rocket League to the point where we both got pretty good, and then another friend Grant came over, and we would switch off the controller, and it was just the two of us playing at a time. I wish I had 4 because then we could just do 4v4 and go fucking ham.
Delicious ham.
Yeah, delicious. But that was a lot of fun, and that was just like it was. You know, we lost ourselves to the Rocket League craze.
It's good.
I know it's good, and it was like
It's great.
Exactly what I was worried about. And it was just like it's very much similar to the Nidhogg experience, where I'm like sitting there going like, yeah, fuck them up.
Yeah.
It's just like screaming on it. Now the best part that I didn't think would happen was my roommate came down. He's like, what are you guys playing? I'm like, it's a game called Rocket League where you play soccer as little RC cars. He's like, can I try? So then, like 3 hours later, it's like past midnight. We're all fucking got the bags under our eyes, like tweaking on this Rocket League. And my roommate Ethan is using
working on that Rocket League.
Oh yeah. My roommate Ethan
Drunk in love.
was using the controller that is kind of like peeled, and he destroyed it. He destroyed the
really?
left analog stick, so it's gone now because he got way into it.
I mean, you
love
could
build
technically
quality.
still use it.
I could, but God,
like-
it feels
Just
terrible.
put a whole bunch of duct tape on top of it.
I'm probably gonna get buy a new rubber.
Yeah, it sounds terrible, right?
I'm gonna buy a new rubber.
Do that with your GameCube
on
controller or
Amazon.
something?
No,
Do that with your N64 controller so you can play Mario Party.
Tight sticks. I only buy 64 controllers with tight sticks.
yeah, tight sticks, man. So he ruined it, but the plus side was that Ethan got way into Rocket League, and at some point I was playing Galaxy, which I'll get to in a second, and he came downstairs and he's like, we should play more Rocket. We should play more Rocket League soon. I'm like, yeah, you feeling the fucking, fucking spot in that vein.
Want some crocodile?
It was very much like the fucking tap your arm, get the vein ready type thing with Rocket League, because goddamn, hook, line, and sinker, he is so into that game, which was great, and he's pretty good at it too. So we've started scheduling kind of tentative Rocket League nights where people come over and we just play local Rocket League.
You mean the Rocket League?
The Rocket League. So Rocket League is good. I'm glad I got back into it. I do really love that game. More Spelunky. I had just the fucking astoundingly amazing run where I got a jetpack in 1-2, and it was
Well, GG.
I destroyed that run. So it was great. And I was like, just sitting around playing roguelikes. I booted up Binding of Isaac Rebirth, my first run I did in a long time. I got like all the way to like the Necropolis, which was really good, and that game is also really great. So I was like trying to wean away my need for a new roguelike, but I couldn't stop myself from buying Galaxy, and I do not regret it. I don't.
I told you it was going to be great.
Like, I knew it was, and I fucking like watched these videos. I'm like, oh god, this is what I need.
I want to play
But
that.
at the same
like,
time, this is what I don't need.
Yeah. Go ahead, John. Sorry.
I was just saying, I want to play that, but like, nobody's got time for
Galaxy.
for roguelikes.
I got nothing but time for roguelikes.
Not anymore, bro.
Just because I got a part-time job doesn't mean I lose all of my time to nothing.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
That's how it starts. Soon enough, I'll just have a kid by the end of the year, and then I'll just never talk to anybody again.
Don't do that.
Yeah, no, not in the cards. No, thank you. Galaxy's awesome. It's a roguelike. So I initially completely wrote it off because I'm like, oh, this is just like an on-rails shmup. So like, who cares?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I thought it was.
Oh,
I-
okay. You got me excited. I'm like, wait, there's a rail shooter.
It is not. It is not. It's not that at all. But like I saw,
What did I
like
say I'm gonna play after this? I'm gonna play Journey, and then I'm gonna play some House of the Dead Overkill.
had play some of that Typing of the Dead. Go crazy.
I need to buy that. Fuck.
Yo, let's hold on. I'll be right back.
John actually is leaving right now, and he disappeared off camera. God knows what he's doing. He's probably beating someone to death with.
with his House of the Dead.
Yeah,
Hey, I have type.
When he comes back, he might be wanted in 10 different countries. One of them being Mexico.
I'm pretty sure he's already wanted it at least 10 different countries. John,
Oh,
what's
hi,
up? What?
guys. Hi,
Okay.
I'm back.
Hey,
How many
Hi.
countries are you wanted in?
yeah.
So here's my
2+.
Here's one of my Sega Dreamcast.
Okay.
There's a
Oh, nice.
keyboard that's hooked up to it.
Jesus Christ.
So
Wait, one of your Sega Dreamcasts?
I got a couple.
Okay, great.
I mean,
How many
there's a couple-
Sega Saturns do you have?
3.
God damn it, John! I was expecting one, just one.
Well, I have 2 black ones, and then I have a white Japanese one that I got when I went to Japan last year.
Why is the Japanese one got to be a white one?
Because it's better than the gray one.
Oh,
There you
all right.
Damn.
I gotta retrograde that bitch.
yeah, throwing grays under the bus. Am I right? Under the Greyhound.
Next time I go to Japan, I'll probably pick up a gray.
Well, here we are typing the dead later, and Galaxy is still awesome. Galaxy is like this, it's like a top-down shooter. It's kind of like an adventure game, kind of like top-down, like Zelda, in that like you're just kind of going around. But there's a little bit of like Metroid aspect to it. It's got like a map that you can open up and explore and get different stuff. So every season is like independent of each other. There are 5 seasons in total, only 4 available right now. So when you play through the first season, if you die, you have to start over.
So it's like a roguelike, like that game Rogue.
It's yes. Are you familiar with the game Rogue? Rouge. But like there are things that are like across all playthroughs. So you can get blueprints, and that makes items appear in the store forever. Sometimes blueprints have multiple parts, and you have to get both parts in a run before the item appears forever in the store. And crash coins. People have been talking about this for a couple of weeks, so I don't want to be too redundant. But you get these things called crash coins, which if you die, you can spend 5 to come back without your power ups, and you have to find your power ups in the world. Or
you go on like a corpse run,
yeah, pretty much.
or like a roguelike.
Yeah, like a roguelike. It's like Rogue. Or you can just start over, and all your crash coins carry over, and they're each worth 250 scrap, which is a lot each. So if you had like 10 crash coins, you get a lot of scrap when you go into your next play, 2,500 scrap.
A lot of scrap.
Which you could buy pretty much everything in the shop.
Yeah.
So like, and that kind of works with the seasons as well. So if you beat season 1, the crash coins that you earn in that season will carry over to the beginning of season 2, so on and so forth. It's really cool. It's got this 90s early American anime style, like when they were just kind of like starting to bring anime over to the United States, like from the 80s.
You
So,
child.
listen. So it has like that Gundam feel to it that's kind of cool. Like when you pause it, it looks like pausing a VHS tape with like the staticky lines on the top and everything.
Like Hotline.
Yeah, it's like an incredible pause menu. I'm not even gonna lie. That's one of my favorite parts about that game.
I'm gonna Periscope my my trip to the anime store next week.
Do it. I want to see what the anime store looks like on the inside.
The
Just a
sign,
bunch of pillows with anime people on them.
Yeah.
basically, yeah. But the font is the sign is in Comic Sans, so I mean,
Jesus.
Oh God!
how could they go wrong?
By making a sign in Comic Sans.
Yeah, that's how they went
Comic Sans
wrong.
is back in a big way.
It's coming back, man. It's really cool. Like I'll say, Galaxy controls super weird. Like you're sliding around everywhere. It's really hard to stop. There is like a dedicated combination of buttons that you can hold to full stop. But you don't get health regenerated between missions. You have to be really careful. You do have shields that regenerate. But you can get temporary boosts to make that larger. But like for example, if you get a temporary shield boost, if your shields go out completely, you have like 3 blocks of shields. If they go out completely, you lose that temporary boost. So it's a lot of like being really careful, transforming into like a little mech, and then using your sword, and then like getting out really quickly, boosting around and strafing and everything. It feels really good. It looks really cool. I love the presentation. Like the whole 90s anime style is fucking awesome. And yeah, I really like it.
How do you feel about the frequency with which the characters like say stuff?
I'm fine with it. I really
Because
like
it used to be a lot more than it is now.
Is it?
Yeah.
If it was more than it is now, that might be like weird because I try and listen to podcasts while I play it.
Mm-hmm. Just like random things while you're flying around.
You try to listen to podcasts, huh, Alex?
Specifically, not Fantastic Neighborhood though. Check out Fantastic. It's a fantastic podcast. One might
It's
say.
fantastic, and it's about a neighborhood.
Yeah,
And recorded in a neighborhood.
Multiple neighborhoods.
Like we said, we are like in the fantastic neighborhood. It's just everywhere that John goes is part of his lovely
Don't
neighborhood.
try to, no.
No, you're not. You're gonna get a you're gonna get a letter from the homeowners committee very soon.
I can't paint your walls.
You can't. I have to mow my lawn. That's homeowners telling me about.
Do you rent?
Yeah,
You have to mow your lawn?
yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
That's how it is out east, man. That's how it is. Yeah. Anyway, that's weird to think of, Tony. I think like the characters are really cool though. I love Beam and I love ATAC, who are the two main people. So they've got a lot of personality that just comes out really well. So I got into the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta, which for some odd reason I got access to a day early. I didn't do anything special. I just pre-ordered on Amazon. Then
I think the whole thing dropped.
That's what you did, though, especially. You pre-ordered it.
Well, I pre-ordered on Amazon, so I wouldn't have to pay anything. They sent me a code, and then I canceled my pre-order. I did it immediately this time, so it wouldn't be like a Watchdog situation. And they gave you 3 codes, so I have 2 extra, and I gave them away already. But yeah, like I didn't.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you tell us that then?
Well,
Give me a code. I thought you were about to give me a code.
John, guess what? It's free to pre-order on Amazon, and then you can cancel it, and you get 3 codes. So
It's dishonest.
it's dishonest to the great corporate entity that is another fine Microsoft product, Amazon.
Oh no, we're not the same company.
I know. But you almost believe me, it sounded like.
I thought that. I forgot this was Fuck with John Day. You guys read all those, like, or at least saw that there are a lot of articles saying how horrible it is to work at Amazon lately.
I haven't seen them recently, no.
Oh yeah, there was a big New York Times thing, so that I thought that's why you were mentioning it. But
No, I'm sure it's great to work at Microsoft.
Oh,
Nothing like Amazon.
I'm not even kidding. It's an incredible place to work. Like, just whatever the like image is, and I mean we know like the image is, right? Like this big corporate behemoth. Like it is an incredible place to work. They encourage us to do a lot charity and outreach work. Like we have the best benefits in the entire like tech industry. Like it's just a fantastic place to work. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Brought to you by Microsoft.
I know somebody who went to work for Microsoft.
I did too. His name's Jon Anderson.
We get 3 months. They get 3 months of paid paternity leave now. How incredible is that?
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Anyway,
Bitch better have my money. Sorry.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta. Yo, this plays like Titanfall.
Titanfall is a good game.
Titanfall's a great game. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, if I had to guess, is not as good as Titanfall.
Titanfall is a real good game. I can't wait for another Titanfall game.
So, like, you have a double jump, kind of like in Titanfall. You can run along walls, like in Titanfall.
Double jumps.
But
That is hilarious.
the second jump is not like a jump. It's a jetpack. So you can go a little more oomph than that. And it recharges really, really quickly. But the basic movement is almost the same, which is weird.
Titanfall with Jace.
Yeah, of course. They added like this specialist mechanic, which is like it's just like another meter that builds over time, where like you can activate a special ability by holding down R1 and L1. So like one of them is like a bow, where you can shoot arrows and they explode when they go through someone. You get like 12 arrows. The other is like a vision sense, which is actually one of the abilities in Titanfall. It kind of functions the same, except you can't use it as frequently. I don't know, like, and it is weird. Like, this is the first Call of Duty multiplayer I've played since Black Ops 2, which I really, really, really liked. But I have played Titanfall in the interim, and the comparisons are like extra strong with this one. Like, the maps feel too big for how empty they actually are, which is weird.
A Call of Duty game now, like. I mean, if it's not modern military anymore, like, and it's not World War II, like, so now it's sci-fi warfare too.
And I really like the sci-fi warfare stuff. Like, I'm way into that. But this just like, the sci-fi aspect of it just doesn't grab me as much, I guess. I don't know, like I said, the maps feel big, but and there was like trouble like matchmaking on that day before it officially launched for PS4. So that was a big part of it, but yeah, I mean it was fine. Like I liked it. I'm going to play more of it through the weekend, but it didn't like blow me away or anything. And it felt really redundant after playing Titanfall, which has less player characters on each map, but it has more NPCs just running around that you can shoot, and it has giant robots, which are awesome.
Oh yeah, it does.
And the maps just felt more creative in Titanfall. And again, there's only like 4 maps in this, and they're all fine, but like it just feels kind of shallow. After that, I will say like the UI is really nice. The Pick 10 system, which is like the loadout system that they've been using for a while now, is still fucking awesome. The score streak stuff is great, this was the first Call of Duty multiplayer I've played with score streaks. And so like instead of building with kills like to your bonuses, you build with your score, so you don't necessarily have to get a kill in order to get closer to your next reward.
So let me ask you a question, young Alex O'Neill.
Yeah.
So, did you watch that Danny O'Dwyer video about like slot machines in Destiny?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so I would encourage everybody to check it out. I don't watch a lot of GameSpot content, but Danny O'Dwyer did a really interesting video on the psychology of a game like, specifically Destiny, about how it's triggering a similar response to people who play slot machines, right? The tail on a game like Destiny has been longer than something like Titanfall or whatever. So I think it's really interesting, and it worries me when these other more standard multiplayer experiences, like, because Titanfall is the only really big multiplayer experience I've gotten into in the last couple of years. It worries me because eventually other companies are going to have to start doing what Destiny and Dota and these kind of games do. Whatever they're going to have to get longer tails to make these bigger games more and more to make them successful or profitable. Like, what do you think could be that crazy hook in the Call of Duty? Is prestiging enough?
It's not. It's absolutely not. They've been doing prestigious since Call of Duty 4. Like,
so is there loot?
No, like in Black Ops 2, there was. Or might even been Black Ops 1, but there was like a store where you could buy, where you gain currency kind of as you play, and you could buy the next weapon you want. So like instead of like being on kind of a rail where you would get this weapon when you hit level 16.
Look at that cat.
Look at this cat.
It's hanging out.
Everybody loves that cat.
Oh, Gus. So like instead of like getting a certain weapon when you hit level 16, like 4 weapons would open up and they'd be varying prices of like the in-game currency. And you could buy the one that you wanted. Now they have like something like unlock tokens, which is like in Black Ops 3, which is what I played. So you get an unlock token every level, and you can spend it on a perk or a gun, and like they have a bunch of stuff open to you from the beginning, so you can kind of like customize your path. Like you'll have different stuff than any other player probably. But I don't know, like loot is not the way to do it, especially in Call of Duty. Randomizing the drops and stuff just fucks up the whole matchmaking system that they've got going on. So I don't know, man. I feel like the Call of Duty model is just more and more outdated and irrelevant.
Yeah, I just Titanfall was an amazing game, and it seems like the drop off was quick.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to have to do to change that.
Yeah, because Titanfall was great and it played as well, if not better, than most Call of Duty games, but it still was modeled after that as far as like what you got, like the weapons you got, how you played. So like they need to.
It seems like a game they made quickly. Like they had some incredible ideas and they rolled it out quickly because there's a certain lack of variety in it.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, because they're doing sci-fi, they could probably get away with patch guns.
Yeah.
If not, then what they're probably going to do is instead of having a DLC map pack, you do patch maps.
Like you patch in maps.
You release a single map in a patch.
Yeah, and they did stuff like that with like Splatoon, for example, which patched in maps for free. But like the thing is, and they're obviously making Titanfall 2, and I think they're really thinking about it. And what they do is going to be really interesting, especially after something like Destiny launches, and we see how people kind of latched onto that way more than like people like you or me, John, where I was like, I know what this is. This isn't enough content that I want to do. It's not the same. I don't want to be doing the same thing over and over again.
People I work with have played hundreds and hundreds of hours of Destiny. It's like
Density, yeah.
Density. There's a certain lack of density.
Yes. So I think Titanfall 2 might have an answer for that, and we'll see. But what it is, I have no idea. How do you change progression in video games? You don't do the same thing again. That's what I would recommend. So, Call of Duty is going to keep doing the same thing until people stop buying it, though.
Yep.
That's reality.
Which is why you should not pick up Black Ops 3.
Yeah, now I'm like, I really want to get Black Ops 3, and now I'm like totally on the fence. Especially after playing.
You should get on the other side of that fence.
Yeah.
Just drop down. Don't worry. 20-foot drop won't hurt you.
The thing
Alex,
is,
you've got more than enough to play this fall.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be fine with or without it. The thing is, like, I haven't bought a Call of Duty game in years because I haven't been interested in a Call of Duty game for years, and I really like Treyarch. I really like what they've been doing. I really love what they did with Black Ops 1 and 2, and I wouldn't be upset about supporting their game and
Let's
what they're
go back
doing.
and play that Treyarch James Bond game. Let's do that.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Which one was that?
Was that Die Another Day?
No, it was Quantum of Solace.
Yes. No. Let's not go back.
I wonder if the multiplayer server, they can't be.
No. No way.
I don't think Activision really turns off their servers. So.
Maybe
Call of Duty 2 is still up
fucking
there, so.
Black Ops 2 is the most popular Xbox 360 game. So in other video games I've been playing, the Final Fantasy Portal app came out this week, and with it, the best part about Final Fantasy VIII came out. I'm saying that having not really played that much Final Fantasy
Hey
VIII.
guys, real talk. You can get James Bond 007 Quantum of Solace is $3 at GameStop right now. So.
All right, let's go do this. Let's
I
play
mean,
some...
hey, it's got local multiplayer. Best we could say about most of these shooters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. I mean, I don't know.
Let's play some MP tonight, bro.
Take that, Halo 5.
You can play Triple Triad on your phone now.
Hashtag esports.
Is anyone familiar with Triple Triad? I feel like, John, you would be the only one who would know what Triple Triad is.
I'm Googling it now.
It's the card
excuse me,
game
yeah.
that was in Final Fantasy VIII.
I'm not Googling it now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, I played Final Fantasy VIII. That game was a real bummer.
A lot of people really like it. I like Triple Triad from that game a lot.
The memory I have in my head is losing games and then reloading my save.
Yeah, that happened a lot with those PlayStation 1 games. Triple Triad's awesome. It's the original in-game collectible card game. It's the OG, as Ryan Scott put it. It's weird. It's simple. Players only play with 5 cards, so it's like easy to start, difficult to master. It's like one of those things. But it is one of those.
You're more creative than that.
No, I'm not. Not today. It is one of those things where you have to wait 30 minutes to get another attempt. So that kind of sucks. But I've been playing it regardless. You can always spend real money to get more crystals, and you spend a crystal each time you match. But you can play online, so that's pretty cool. The Final Fantasy Portal app, though, the UI is terrible. Just, by the way, work on it. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. You played this week, John. You played it in Nobishin. We're getting ready. It's almost upon us.
So let me tell you a little bit about my my Metal Gearing.
Mm-hmm.
Last game I finished in the Metal Gear series was
Metal Gear 2, Snake's Revenge.
Twin Snakes,
Okay.
the GameCube remake.
Twin Snakes was the version of Metal Gear Solid 1 that I played. So
Yeah, because I couldn't go back to the PlayStation one, right? I wanted to go back and play something that looked a little better, right? And so then I started playing 2, and then I've been kind of playing 10 minutes of 2 every couple of months for the last 2.5 years.
And here we are. John, I feel like you would really like Metal Gear Solid 3 too.
Going back to play 2, the problem I have is it controls like like
Goddamn child's nightmare. Yes.
yeah, like it controls like somebody like gave me a head wound and then put a burlap sack over
It controls like a PlayStation 2 game in 2002.
Yeah, but it looks okay, right? In the HD remaster or whatever.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
So then I dive in and I really want to play the rest of the Metal Gear games. I really do.
Hmm.
But I've played like half hour or so of Ground Zeroes, and I'm like, hey, wait, this like controls okay.
Yeah, like it controls like a great video game.
Like this feels good. It looks like somebody glued pubic hair onto Snake's face, but there's no stress effects on that. But like this plays good. I could, but how am I gonna the story? Because
Well, I mean,
Okay,
like,
so here's the thing about the
Crazy
Metal
dumbass
Gear story.
yeah,
You gotta play through 1, 2, 3, 4, and everything in between that leads up to 5, and you're still not gonna
Just
get it.
Peace Walker.
just Peace Walker. I mean, you'll get it. You will.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to finish 2 during my free week here. Maybe I'll just like dial up a FAQ and just try to blast through it.
maybe. I mean, it's a long game, so I don't know.
I'm 5 hours into it. Should be like 12 hours, right?
I think it's like 15 total. So it's 10 more hours, Sean. That's a whole day of your free week.
Maybe I'll take acid and then play Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear.
If you get drug tested after this
Which is an
podcast,
actual game.
it is not my
You
fault.
have to like I think so not that I'm gonna actually do acid, but I think the drug test for that one has to like take a spinal fluid sample.
Probably.
It's
Funny
just
enough,
fucking
Metal Gear
big.
Acid is also a card game.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Metal Gear Acid card game.
That's a PSP game, right?
Yes.
That doesn't work on Vita.
There are 2 of them.
Yeah, and I don't think they work on Vita. Like they were in one of these flash sales, and I bought it, and I'm like, wait, this doesn't work on Vita. Like
They should put Hearthstone on Vita. That'd be so dope. They never will. I get it. All right. Before people say like, "Oh, well, that'll never fucking happen." I get it. All right. It just would be a great thing,
dude,
John.
you know you're preaching to the choir, man. Like Vita is.
This is console of the decade for you. I understand how you feel
console
about
of-
it.
Yeah, it's the greatest.
Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, it's okay game. I mean, like you guys could go ahead and talk about it. Like I've spent like 20 minutes with it. All I'm doing is killing Marines.
Did you just play through it again, Ocean?
Yeah. Having a better appreciation for it, honestly. Like I haven't played it since I first got it, honestly. And like
Wow.
I did this story, and I was like, "Yep, I'm done with this," and then I haven't played it since. And so I just fired it up again, and it's like, "Oh yeah, this plays a lot better." I'm more okay with the story now because I'm like, "Oh yeah, Peace Walker wasn't really that cheery of a game either. It didn't have that many jokes in it because it had Hideo Kojima in there like one moment, and that's it."
Yeah.
And
Spoilers, asshole.
Yeah, Kojima shows up in the back of a truck. That's it.
yeah, that's like,
Spoilers, John.
He's the guy who made the
Kojima
game.
is in
He's
it.
an integral part of the story, John. Is what I'm saying.
God, you gotta be fucking kidding.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
He's just-
'cause, like one of my favorite books. I only really like the first 2/3 of it because the author writes himself into the to the ending.
Great.
It's
That's
called
what I'm going to do with my book. I'm going to
called
show up
Jade
Deus Ex Machina everything.
Douglas Copeland.
Oh,
It's,
Douglas.
it's a good ass book. It's like this is good, this is good, this is good. Oh my god, is the author in this? That's
Is
weird.
that Douglas the author?
Yeah, you fuck.
Yeah, I did
but
the.
replaying Ground Zeroes though made me like made me rethink a lot of things, like how like literally like concerned about like how I'm going to enjoy Metal Gear Solid 5, but like you know, after I watched like Metal Gear Scanlan and everything, and like you know, 3B, like I remembered why I like Peace Walker so much. I liked Peace Walker so much because it was a continuation of 3, which is my favorite game of the Metal Gear series. And so like when I reflect on that, I was like, oh yeah, like I really did like Peace Walker, and for what I played of it, you know, because continue the story of talk more about the boss and all the other jargon, and like you know, now thinking that it's a continuation from that game to this game, now I'm a little bit more excited for it. So yeah, so my Metal Gear hype has totally set in, especially after finish Metal Gear Scanlan. So
Yeah,
I'm,
dude.
I'm totally done.
I've been
totally
like
ready.
so hooked on Metal Gear Scanlan, staying up really late to watch all the stuff that comes out. That's like if you wanted to experience Metal Gear Solid for the first time, John, and you don't want to play it,
But
Metal
I
Gear
do want to
Scan.
play it.
I don't know if you want to play it, but Metal Gear Scanlan's like a premium video series on Giant Bomb. That's a great way to experience that
Pretty
series.
good.
Are you talking to the audience right now or me?
You and the audience.
Okay, cool.
It's like you know, I watched them play through 1 and 2, and then while Drew Scanlon was playing through 2, I played through 3 and 4, and then I played through Peace Walker on my own.
I marathoned Twin Snakes like when my wife left for the week, and back when I still lived in Brooklyn. So we're talking like almost 3 years ago, and like just played the ever living crap out of that with a Wavebird.
Hell yeah, Wavebird.
No rumble in a Wavebird.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Right?
The forgotten factor.
Could have sworn it had it.
Yeah, maybe your Wavebird's broken.
I've got multiple.
Okay, maybe they're all broken. Maybe they'll suck. Man. But yeah, so like
Gosh, I should really play. Metal Gear Solid 2 plays just so horribly. Like the CQC stuff is so hard to initiate.
once you get used to it, you get
CQC?
Right? That's the part where like you like grab somebody from behind or whatever.
Close quarters combat.
Sure,
Yes.
sure.
no.
Yeah,
Don't worry, Scott. We know.
I'm thinking of CQC as Metal Gear Solid 3 CQC, but never mind. You're right.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, it's that 2 is it's rough. Like 3 plays like 2. Keep that in mind. 4 plays like a third-person shooter.
So okay, I really want to get to 4. I really like I like the swerve. Like I'm a troll at heart. Like I like that. In hindsight, like I mean, obviously I remember like there being. Honestly, I wasn't really back into games that much during that period. But the idea that playing as Raiden pissed off so many people just makes me so happy.
yeah, it does. It's funny.
It's like I've probably never seen more than 5 or 6 episodes of that How I Met Your Mother show, but like how angry people were at the end of that show just made me just filled me with joy. I'm like, oh my god, this show, close to my heart because it pissed off people that like that show.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. I don't know. Ground Zeroes is great. I played through all the side ops this past week.
Yeah, I actually did all of those for once, and yeah, they're pretty decent.
Yeah, they're fun. I got all the XOF what are they called? Patches. I was gonna say badges, but I know.
Oh man,
it's
I
not
should have
correct.
known when that motherfucker threw him out the helicopter. That was a collectible. That game looks freaking great.
It
though,
looks so
right?
good though, man.
So good. And I gotta say, like, I know people like you go either way with like the whole cutscenes and like the way Kojima like
Does his shit,
look
yeah.
like war
Wait till you get to
videos or war
Yeah,
movies
wait till
or
you get to 4.
I love that shit. Like I think like the sort of weird Steadicam stuff he does, like the focus stuff. Like
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
I think it's really cool. He's got a great eye for cinematography.
Yeah, I am just beyond curious what he goes on to do. Like if it's one of these things, if it's one of these things where like he goes on and kickstarts a tactical espionage game, like that's gonna just bum
He
me.
kickstarts Volume 2, pretty much. Because
Oh, he's
Volume
got-
is a lot like Metal Gear Solid
okay.
1.
So if him and Mike Bithell teamed up, I would probably just like shit my
I
pants.
would lose my mind. That'd be crazy.
I would go crazy.
The
I
best
would
part
go
about that is that
crazy.
Mike Bithell would be even more excited than us about that.
Yeah. Like, oh man. Okay, let's go around the table. Dream pairing. Hideo Kojima teams up with one other creator in the video game world, and they make a game. Who is it?
Phil Fish.
Oh my god.
That's a good pick. Excellent pick.
Tony saw the genuine amazement in my eyes for a second.
Dude, oh
It
my
would be
God,
really good.
That would be incredible.
And there'd be so
Either
much
of them
salt
fit.
during the
Yeah, there would be
during the
so much
process.
fury.
Oh my god, there would have to be a movie. There would
Yeah.
have to be a movie about that. They would have to document that.
Scott.
I'm thinking.
Okay. David Jaffe.
Oh god, No, that's like having
No,
two
yes!
12 that's like having
Yes.
two 12-year-old boys. Like,
Exactly,
together.
but like
we just
with
found all my dad's Playboys.
a lot of money.
Ugh, that's the grossest pick.
Nabishin.
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, come on.
I'll never work on another video game ever. Poor Guillermo del Toro. He's been trying for
As soon as
years.
they get into the studio, the whole thing explodes.
I'm going.
That was.
I'm going-
That
I was
shouldn't-
drinking
you should-
water.
You shouldn't be laughing. My God.
I nearly gagged to death on that.
I still don't have one.
so I'm gonna go Steve Gaynor.
Okay, that would be awesome.
So
Imagine.
like Kojima walking sim. Like PT was getting there, right?
Yeah, right. PT had the right idea.
Like that would be great. Or yeah, I mean that would
Scott,
be
are you gonna say Shigeru Miyamoto and just drop the fucking mic and walk away?
I mean, I could. That wasn't who I was thinking of.
Who?
I was actually trying to pull up the guy who made the people who made what's XCOM.
Oh, Firaxis.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Man,
interesting.
fucking what if Kojima made a fucking XCOM 3?
oh,
That'd be the weirdest game
And it's,
ever.
and it's
Okay,
not
so
PC
guys-
only.
Yeah.
here.
Console game, PC only, console game.
Yeah.
Obviously. It's console exclusive. It's
Like
not PC.
I like you could say Miyamoto, but at the same time, like
Put him
that's
out of his
gotta be
wheelhouse.
weird.
Yeah, that'd just be super weird and artsy.
What if Kojima was staying at Konami and the next Metal Gear Solid game was like a tactical XCOM style strategy game? Wouldn't that be dope?
That would be great.
That'd be pretty. Oh my
I've-
god, Metal Gear Hitman Go.
I feel like that would really fit in the universe as well.
Yeah, Metal Gear Hitman Go.
But we're off on a very deep tangent, John. I'm pulling us back out.
The fuck off.
You fucking ruined my fun. Yeah, Ground Zeroes is great. God, I'm gonna play
So how was
through.
the Deja Vu mode? You didn't get to talk about that.
Oh yeah, I tried that.
How is that?
Great
It's weird.
job pulling yourself out of that tangent.
Well, we were talking about the game initially.
Yeah,
It's-
no. If it's anything I know about this show, it's all about staying on topic. So.
Goddamn right. It's fine. Like you have to go to certain places to recreate scenes from Metal Gear Solid 1. So like there's parts where like there's two spotlights and you have to go and pick up chaff grenades in the middle, but there are no chaff grenades in Ground Zeroes, so they're stun grenades. So you have to run through the spotlights at like the right angle. Like you have to come from the left side and have the camera turned. So it's weird. I didn't finish it, but it's fine. I'll probably go and do the Deja Vu and then the other one, and then I will play through Ground Zeroes, the actual mission, and do the whole story thing in the night before Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out. Found out the PlayStation Network release is at 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, not Eastern Standard Time, so I'll probably just not buy it on PSN and go out to Best Buy the next day and get it.
High five.
Because I don't want to fucking stay up till 3 in the
It
morning.
seems odd. Usually, it seems like lately shit's been dropping at 9 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, it'll say in the top right corner, and almost all of them have been Eastern Standard, like midnight Eastern.
Real shocking that that Konami would do something anti-consumer.
Yeah,
Considering how much they hate their
employees.
employees.
It's so like I noticed
The last
that.
time Scott tweeted was November 2010.
There
Yep.
you go. There you go.
He
Um,
tweeted at Evan,
Yep.
whose avatar is still the guy from Assassin's Creed 3.
tells you a little bit about how the podcast hosts outside of Nobish and myself use Twitter,
Evan last
Yes, and
tweeted on
not
April
at all.
3rd.
as in not at all.
Hey,
I don't think- I
I
don't
have
think I've
almost
added a
3,000
single-
tweets. All right,
Okay, listen, I have
like 38,000.
34,451.
Dang, bro.
Twitter sends you a notification when you break 700 followers, which is very sweet of them.
Oh, humble brag.
Hashtag humble brag.
I have 8,607 tweets, 1,577 favorites. So that means like, wow, I favorite a lot of stuff.
I favorite way more than that. Don't worry about it.
Did you? I got added to. It was kind of one of the most flattering things that ever happened to me. somebody added me to a Twitter list called SJW's Trolls Shills. A list of SJW's troll shills that harass and insult gamers and game developers. Hashtag Gamergate. So like I'm on here with like all your favorite games journalists, all your favorite games creators. Like it was the most flattering thing in the fucking world.
John, I will say, like, before we started H-Bomb and Friends, you were talking about how you love to bait a good old gator, as in a gamer gator, and then just like tear into them. So
I
like
to tear in it and then block and ignore.
yeah.
So the thing that happens is my friend Maddie, previously referred to as Lame Maddie, she'll weigh in and then she'll get like they'll proceed to like try to dox her. Like they'll just basically like we'll get into little arguments. Nothing bad will happen to me. Like they try to like go after her. It's fucking insane.
Yeah. It's a disgustingly inherently misogynistic group of people for the most part.
Man, what a good list of people I'm with here. I'm trying to get added to this.
Yeah. Let me work on it. Let me just go out and throw some Gamergate meat into the Twitter sphere and see if I can.
The official Twitter account
bait
of
them.
Raspberry Pi Foundation is on here.
I'm not like much for like confrontation over Twitter though. So like that's never really my thing.
Sometimes you just gotta like.
I just mute people and then I text
piss off
Nobshin
some bad
angrily
people.
about how annoying they are.
Got pissed off some bad people sometimes.
That's it. I've been talking about video games forever.
Yeah.
Because John's been taking us down winding roads.
I think we're having good conversations. Just
No, we are. Nobshin, what else? What else have you been playing outside of Metal Gear Solid 5?
Just a few quick fires and stuff I've been like playing like maybe like an hour of it, then like I stopped playing. Like there'll be Legend of Korra, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition.
You'll get there someday.
I mean, like I said, I'm still playing them, and just like I'll just play them for an hour and just stop. So there's nothing really much to talk about those. But games I've actually been playing though. Let me find my list. I can't remember.
Witcher
Splatoon.
3? Oh, Splatoon, yeah.
I'll talk about Witcher 3 first. Yeah, Witcher 3 New Game Plus.
You've been streaming it.
Yeah, it's great.
How is it? Like, is it really hard?
It's definitely more challenging. Like I'm doing it on Death March, so that's the hardest difficulty. So that's already hard. Plus the New Game Plus, which scales up. So like like the first ghouls that you see when you start the games are level 35, and I'm level 35. So it's like damn. So it's like I have to like be all strategically with my attacks and everything. But yeah, that game's still great. I can't wait to go through that entire game all over again because I can.
Yeah, I booted it up this week just to look at the things they changed in the movement stuff, and I was like, oh, this is nice. I can't wait to go back to this when I have time.
I still ain't fuck with the movement. Like I'm too into it and had that mess up my groove.
Yeah. But it's not as different as I thought it would be, so I'll say that.
Okay. And yeah, other than that, I've been playing Splatoon. Splatoon's still fucking great.
It's the new truth.
Yeah, and my nephew just finally got into it himself, so now like that's a thing that he's really into, so we'll play that together. So that's pretty great. I'm almost level 10 on that game, so like after level 10, that's when I can unlock ranked battles and shit like that. So there'll be whole new content for me to check out when I play that game eventually. But yeah, that game is fucking awesome. This is definitely like one of the best games of this year for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For a year that hasn't really done that much for me.
Yeah, I mean, for every Witcher, there is like a Rocket League that you just don't get that into. So
Ori was good. It was a good year.
Ori was good. Thank you.
I should just buy it on Xbox One, so I can't.
Yeah,
Dude,
got one.
you should play Ori. Ori's good.
I mean, I have Ori. I have it for PC, but like I was having issues with controllers and shit, so that eventually just passed for me.
There's a definitive edition of Ori and the Blind Forest coming out this fall.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
even-
They're gonna add New Game Plus. I don't know.
They're gonna add some content, so
Bonus
maybe
content. Not
boner
bonus
content.
I hope not. That would ruin that.
So maybe wait, I guess.
Like Ori might just be like too late for me at this point now because I got into
No,
on
it's
to
not.
Metal Gear, probably Mad Max. I don't know.
We'll see. That's
Mario Maker, fuck yeah, I don't have time for it.
it. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Not Scott. How about you? You round us out.
All right, because we've been going long, I'm just going to talk about the important one.
Okay.
You know which one that is? Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, finally.
Oh my god.
I've been waiting. Oh, I have an update for you as well after this, Scott. So go ahead. Tell me about Kingdom Hearts.
We're recording on Saturdays.
Oh no! It's what is it? Lost World? No, not Lost. It's the survival game he's playing. Anyways,
I just want to note that as soon as Scott said Kingdom Hearts update, John said, "I'm going to go get whiskey," and he left.
Did he not like the game?
Probably not. He probably just doesn't care.
All right.
I
Okay,
care,
so
though.
where we left off, just got need that halfway point where you got to visit all the worlds again.
Yes.
So I made the mistake of going straight to the Pirates of the Caribbean world.
Yeah. Great.
So I
You
went
fucked
right.
up immediately on critical mode.
Yeah, I went straight there and I beat it. And I was like,
Well, now everything's going to be
something's
too
not right
easy.
here. not quite.
Okay.
I went there at level 32 and it's like a level 30. No, I went there at level 30. And it's a level 37 place. I was like, this is a little bit more difficult than normal.
Yeah.
But it's also that place, and that place is inherently easy.
Did you quick question. Have you
Yeah.
been doing the hollow fragment memory battles with the other organization members as you come across them?
They kick my ass every time. They
Yeah.
one-shot me.
Yeah,
They straight up one-shot.
that'll probably not change, but
I need second chance and once more.
yeah, so once you have that stuff, definitely go back because Larxine's at Pirates of the Caribbean, and that fight is absurdly difficult but awesome and satisfying. So
Yeah. So
I'm
I can't
looking
wait to
forward
fight
to
Roxas.
it's
Right?
right.
The process what you just said. Yeah, that. Yes. 100%.
I am the fight I am looking forward to the most is the Roxas fight.
Oh yeah, dude, that shit's legit as fuck too. Like it is so hard and awesome.
Oh, that's
and
right. You never experienced
awesome.
that. Oh
No.
my god.
You're gonna lose your goddamn mind. You're gonna love that fight. That's probably gonna be your new favorite boss fight in the game.
Probably. Now, from there, I went to Mulan's World, Land of the Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
That place is also really easy, just like how the boss works.
Yeah,
Then I went to the Beast's Castle. That place is ridiculously hard.
yeah. That place actually is really tough.
I was hoping
because-
that Nobishin would break into song for "I'll Make a Man Out of You" from Mulan. That's a good song.
That's a great
movie-
song.
That movie is okay too. What things?
Here we go.
Anything.
Keep going.
Except for-
Yeah.
Anything except for Kingdom Hearts. Two things are great about that movie.
Mulan, we're talking about, worth
Actually, there's a
noting.
lot of great stuff.
They're making a
One thing-
live action Mulan, by the way.
What I would have liked
Did you
would
say
be
meh?
interesting if the male captain or lieutenant or whatever
Yeah.
would have realized he was in love with Mulan before he realized that Mulan was
Mulan was
actually
a-
a lady.
Was a
That's what I'm
woman?
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You make that movie today,
And then realized that he wasn't in love with her.
oh,
we're
when he
Like
they
when
realize that, like, hey, maybe like, maybe gender doesn't matter that much. Maybe if you fall in love with a person, it doesn't.
I mean, that's kind of like how I feel about Kanji and Naoto. We don't have to go down this rabbit hole. Also, it's worth noting.
We can totally go down this rabbit hole. I think there's a little
Nope,
bit.
there's a badger down that rabbit hole. You do not want to go down there.
We
Get out.
don't want to go down here. We should. Let's turn around,
Let's record another Persona 4 spoiler cast.
dude. Okay, like I'll do once a week, dude. Whatever. I could talk about that game literally until I die.
We could do a rewatch podcast on the anime and then the golden anime.
The anime's not as good as the experience in the game.
That's true, but it's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, with
All right.
2 chias.
It's just two
So
G's.
back to me.
Yeah, Scott.
So,
Let's.
that place is really difficult for two reasons. One is the floating red fire mages.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Until you get the double jump, those guys are awful to deal with.
Like super shit, not fun.
Because you can't, until you get the double jump, you can't get out of one of their fire combo once it starts. They just start throwing a ton of fireballs at you.
Mm-hmm.
They come from all different directions.
I will say that now that you've beaten the Land of Dragons the second time through, you can use my super dope get Master Form to max level exploit, which is you go to the Imperial Palace and then you go in the hallway that connects the palace to the the courtyard, and there's a bunch of like those big guys that drop like the level 3 orbs.
Oh, nice.
So if you just switch to master form and just like Thundaga them over and over again, you'll get a bunch, and then you can go right back into the throne room and go out.
Pour it out.
Yeah, pour it out and just do that over and over again. So.
Yep.
Do
All
that.
right, I will do that.
I did that for Valor form as well.
And then the other part of that place that makes it hard is the boss fight there.
Yeah.
Zaldin.
Zaldin is like the hardest boss fight in that whole game.
Not the hardest.
He's
not
up there,
the
man.
hardest. Harder than the Laraxine one? Or the
No,
Zaldin?
well, I mean like the original game. Larcene,
Like the only way to really beat him is to actually always use your reaction commands, and it's just almost a nightmare.
Yeah, the timing
here's the
is
thing
impossible.
about that. If you just blindly use the reaction command,
Mhm.
he will hit you after you get the first jump down.
Yes, exactly.
So
That shit
and
sucks.
the other thing is you can go ahead and you can use the reaction command no matter what else you're doing.
Mhm.
The only thing is once you have the reaction command loaded, you can't attack. You can only use magic.
I'll never get this platinum.
Like
That upsets me so much. So goddamn much.
I will, but like I'm gonna be really upset on Twitter one day. Like it's gonna be the Zaldin day, and I'm gonna be tweeting some terrible
Okay,
things.
so if you want a tip for the fight, it's not too bad. The thing is make sure that you take your magic, everything else that's not cure, off of the MP regen,
Okay.
so that you always have your heal up when you need it.
Yeah,
The other
that's
thing
a
is-
really good tip.
The other thing is once you start the jump command, you can't finish your combo.
Mm-hmm.
So use it to dodge one of his attacks, and use it to buy yourself some time for your next cure.
Yeah, that's a good. That's
That's
good idea.
basically how I did it. And then the
Oh,
other
you beat
part
him.
that's- yeah, I beat him.
Okay, good.
I beat him. The other thing is, for some reason I couldn't use any forms. I
Weird.
immediately went to anti-form. I tried it like 6 times. Oh yeah,
Oh.
I died like 10 times on that boss.
You might have built up too much anti-form points.
Well, there's that, but I went ahead and I tried to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I couldn't do it. I went ahead and I drove up 3 extra times. I hit anti-form twice.
Yeah.
In those times, I went back to the fight after that. Anti-form again every time I tried.
Yeah.
So like I couldn't actually get a regular form to work, and I tried
Even
was-
limit form, like.
even limit form.
Ugh,
I went straight to anti form. I was like, because every time you do that, you're immediately dead. You can't revert back. I have Oathkeeper on. That makes it that much worse. And then it lasts for I want to say 4 bars.
Yeah.
It's your entire drive rush, I think. So it's 5.
Yeah. Cameron, friend of the show, just tweeted at me and said, I want a weekly Persona 4 spoiler cast, and also Zaldin is the fucking worst on anything but easy, which I think is appropriate.
I mean, I think it's a cool fight.
It's a great fight.
It's an awesome fight.
Yeah.
The only problem with it is whenever he goes up to jump, that immediately kills whoever's following you
Yeah.
because.
Donald's fucking useless no matter what you're doing. Like, just.
Well, here's the thing. In every other boss fight, the boss is going after you and not them.
Mhm.
So you can have that work in your favor. However, in this thing, you have to you have a very, very small path to go on. The boss jumps completely out of sight, and then he attacks the area that you're in, and they try to come back to you from wherever they were, so they just get hit.
Yeah.
You can't really avoid that.
I know you're gonna try and do the fucking data fight. I will say that one was not, the data recreation was not as bad as I thought, because once you have glide, that fight is very, very different. Especially if you can like just get up really high and then just like glide back and forth over his fucking super beam, which sucks. I'm sorry, are we killing you
now
right
that
now,
you have-
John?
What
With
the
all this.
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Holy fuck. Are you talking about Dota or something?
You're talking about Kingdom Hearts still.
It's basically the Dota of JRPGs. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So
Did,
the real question, Scott, is will you be able to beat this game before October 23rd when Triforce Heroes comes out?
Oh yeah.
okay, good.
That's
You
your
guys
time
care
limit.
about, and the other thing is you guys care about trophies.
Yeah,
They do. I do not.
Scott doesn't.
Like, I understand caring about gamer score, but
Oh my
trophies?
god.
No, I'm serious.
I love trophies. I'm not a big gamer score person.
It's the both. It's both for me. I mean, like, it's just a matter of, like, if I love a game so much, I like to do everything in it. That's just a me thing. So
Yeah.
And the trophies help with that.
Where'd you get to, Scott? Where'd you leave it off?
Right after I beat Zelda, and I was just like, I did it.
You're just like, I need a fucking break.
Yep, because I did all that in one sitting.
Nice. That's good.
It was actually only really 2.5 hours. All of that.
Wow.
3 worlds.
You're killing through it then.
Yeah. Yeah, so the big thing about critical mode is you can't make real stupid mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But I added the, reel in because if you know them when you make them and you're just like, I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
You can't make those kind of mistakes in any of these fights. And from there, figuring out what you have to do, especially after you've played it, in your case a bunch of times, it's not that bad. You just have to keep up with the meta part.
Yeah.
And then you're fine. Because if I remember, through all my other playthroughs of these games, the only game where I kept up with the meta is Birth by Sleep, and in all the other ones, I just
John is so lost.
went all the way to the end until I couldn't beat the final boss, and then I started messing with it.
Yeah.
Birth by Sleep sounds like Sleep No More. I've asked my wife to get me tickets to Sleep No More for my birthday. I don't know. She thinks it's going to be too scary.
Okay.
You know what
Yeah.
Sleep No More is?
Nope.
It's this like interactive theater thing in New York that's like you don't sit in seats. You move around this 4-story building and stories are unfolding around you, and you wear creepy masks like in what's that movie Eyes Wide Shut?
Yo, okay.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, and meanwhile, like a sort of modern quasi retelling of Macbeth is happening.
Huh.
So
That's kind of cool. I like
yeah,
Macbeth.
I really want to go. My wife thinks it's gonna be too scary because of all the creepy mask stuff. But I just really, really, really want to go. And since we're in the Northeast for Christmas, and my birthday, it would make sense to go.
Cool.
London Bridge is falling down.
As a general update, John, Scott is playing through Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix on the hardest difficulty and its hardest balls. So.
Good on him, man. I'm like really impressed right now.
Yeah, I could tell. An update for you. Is that all, Scott? Is that all you have for it?
And that's everything that's important.
Okay.
I played HC1Z1. We already talked about it.
Yeah. As an update for you, Scott, since I know you're a fan of this, my best friend Damien has been playing through Bloodborne, and I have a great update for all of you. Damien has finished Bloodborne. He got the best ending. He did all the bonus content, like all
Did you
the
use a
extra
fact?
stuff. What?
To get the best ending, did you use a?
No, he used me. He called me and asked me what he had to do, and I just gave him very loose tips.
They don't call you Alex Fact O'Neill for nothing.
Yeah, that's.
That's
I put the
They
FAQ
actually
in
call him
Alex
it for a
Fact.
dollar.
Yeah,
They
pretty
call
much.
him it. He gives them $1.
Yeah. I'm like a Nintendo hotline. So that was awesome. I was so proud of him. He had a lot of trouble on the first final boss, but he beat it, and he didn't summon a single person throughout that whole game. He played it all by himself. He did a fantastic job, and I'm really, really, really proud of him. I'm really impressed. And he said, like, there was something about like getting to a really hard boss and like getting stuck on it and then eventually beating it and figuring out how to beat it that was just so satisfying. I'm like, now you understand like why, because he was with me when Dark Souls 2 was announced, and I fucking lost my mind because I didn't think they'd ever make another one of those. And he was like, why are you so excited? I'm like, you don't understand, like there's nothing like Dark Souls out there, and I'm so happy that they're going to keep making those games.
Is he looking into getting Dark Souls too?
I showed him the Dark Souls 3 trailer, and he's definitely very interested in it.
But Dark Souls 2, though.
I don't think he's going to touch Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, nah. Going forward, I don't think the series of stuff is going to end anytime soon.
Yeah.
And there's going forward, there's not too much point in going back.
Yeah.
But you know, like, because like I said, like they made the HD collection for Dark Souls 2, and like I know like there's some general differences as far as like the speed in Dark Souls 3 compared to 2, but you know, like Dark Souls 2 wouldn't be bad.
No, I don't. Like, I don't think it would
No.
be bad. I just don't think Damien would like it as much. He's not into
Sure.
the higher fantasy type thing.
Ah,
And Dark Souls is very much swords and dragons as opposed to like spears and guns.
That's like my friend that doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play Dragon Age. He loved the shit out of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
He loves Fallout, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I can get that. Like, you know, a lot of people are very polarized by high
Dragons and
fantasy.
stuff can be pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, dragons and stuff can be
Well,
pretty fucking stupid.
there's that.
layer.
I actually don't understand.
Really fucking
that,
stupid.
But I can understand not getting into Dragon Age for various other reasons.
Yeah, Dragon Age is a whole other can of worms.
They have gay people in it.
Amish.
I'm being stupid. Don't pay
Holy
attention.
shit!
Well, I mean, he's right. Some
That's-
people are like that.
right now, Damien.
Oh man, that's my favorite thing. Like when people are like, "Oh, it's not realistic that there's black people in Dragon Age or The Witcher," and it's like, motherfucker, there are dragons in this game. like,
Where does the realism start? Like,
we need to talk about realism. Like, fuck you.
I mean, there are
But
some
the whole
arguments.
time the whole time he was talking about Kingdom Hearts, I was looking at the profile of this guy who added me to this like SJW list, and I'm just so angry.
You need to
right now.
stop.
I'm
You need
so
to stop,
angry.
Don. I will say, like, Damien, like, he said Bloodborne is like one of his favorite games ever now, and he never thought he would get into it. He's now moved on to Batman, and he's really liking Batman. So,
Good deal.
yeah, I'm super happy with him. I know that's been like a weird aside. He's only ever kind of guest appeared on this podcast like once, way long time ago.
Maybe you should bring him back.
Talk
Yeah,
about
I've been thinking about maybe like inviting him on for a segment to talk about Bloodborne or just talk about video games because he has interesting experiences and like he really likes video games. He's just like he doesn't play a lot of them, so
I mean, like probably when Fallout comes out, like get him on here.
that's what I said. Like you need to get Fallout because he never played 3, but he sat and watched me play 3 for like cumulatively like 30 plus hours. And he just loves that world. And I'm like, you got to get into it. I know you fucking loved Skyrim, so like, just fucking play it.
That's a good game.
Yeah,
It's a good game.
Damien's now like go-to question as to if he will like a game or not is how much is it like Skyrim. So hopefully that'll change to how much is it like Bloodborne. To which I could say to almost everything, absolutely nothing like Bloodborne. It is almost the exact opposite of Bloodborne.
You know what's kind of like Bloodborne is Galaxy, apparently.
Apparently, corpse
Lords
runs.
of the Fallen.
Lords of the Fallen. I would love to see Damien play Lords of the Fallen. See what he'd think about it. But yeah, there you go. There's your Damien update, Scott. He finished it, and I'm super proud of him. I think we all are. Maybe not Tony.
I'm really proud of him.
There you go. John's really proud of him. Let's take a fucking break. This has been one of them shows. 2
Sorry,
hours
Jared.
before the first. Sorry, Jared. Somewhere he's like fucking
Oh.
driving his car off the road. Like,
This
God
is
damn.
my fault. I do that.
It's also partially my fault. I feel like you might have dragged on the bonus section waiting for me.
A little bit, but you know, whatever. We
You have Jon Anderson here. So
Yeah, Jon
let's
Anderson-
be real. Let's be real, guys.
the king of the tangents is among us, and I love it. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we have a little bit of news to talk about. Luckily, there's not that much news. And then we've got an email and a voicemail, and we will throw out the show. So we will be back in just a little bit. So you want to keep recording, John?
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna go pee
Me too.
and refill my water.
Tony's gonna play some.
I haven't actually been playing games for like the last 2 hours.
Looking at butt slamming porn.
Nope, not that either.
Editing a spreadsheet.
Nope,
All right, Tony, sit in Alex's seat.
nope,
No, sit in his seat. Put your hands on his computer. Do it.
no, I'm not doing it.
Do it.
You're just gonna screen grab that.
Yeah, I want to do that.
I'm not doing it.
Do it.
Does Alex get mad?
Yeah.
he does not like people touching his computer. Tony doesn't actually have to touch Alex's computer, but if we screen cap it to him, he's gonna freak out, and it's gonna be really funny.
Mm.
But Tony's a bit lazy right now.
Yep.
Tony, is that a Windows phone? What do you got there?
Where?
What is this phone over here?
This?
Yeah.
This is an iPhone.
Is it? Oh, the case it's a weird case.
I'd like a Windows phone,
Now, does it look like an iPhone?
Now it looks like an iPhone.
except for the phone companies don't do upgrade plans anymore, really.
This is a Windows
So,
phone.
It looked. So no, it looked from the angle. It looked like these weird bulky Windows phones. That
Oh,
they,
no, it's just got a weird case on it. I wasn't even talking to you, Alex.
he touched your computer, though.
I didn't do that.
he can't hear you.
Nope.
I know. Touch it. At least when he gets back, poke it.
Nope.
No.
So how's the fish, Scott? Are you still doing that?
No.
Oh, when did you stop?
Last week.
And you didn't tell me?
I believe I did.
Nope.
You might not have been there.
Yeah, so you
Probably,
didn't
you
tell
probably weren't there. I also wasn't on the podcast last week,
me. Yep.
and I wasn't on the. Hey Scott, how's your week been this week?
Yep. How dare you?
My week's been good.
Scott's talking about his week now since no one talked about Scott's
okay.
week. Is that for me?
Now, do you want one?
A little bit.
Okay.
Thanks.
Drink it this time.
I did!
No, you
Until I forgot about it when it got all warm.
Yeah.
What is it?
It was a Smirnoff Ice screwdriver.
Fuck yeah, it is. Oh,
I don't know what that is. I want one now.
delicious. Get it, girl.
It's all orange and stuff. Hey Scott,
Ah.
you know the 9 original classes in WoW?
Off the top of my head, probably, but I'd have to write them down.
Pick one.
You know which one I'm gonna pick.
It doesn't have to be warrior. Just pick one.
You know which one I'm gonna pick.
It doesn't have anything to do with you. I'm just trying to, like, decide on which one in the first place. Just pick one of these.
I know, but like the warrior's the one I want you to pick.
All right.
No,
You didn't you didn't give them the options.
What?
I already know what the
Scott
options
just,
are.
for no matter what I say, will always pick warrior.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, Warrior's cool.
Yeah, yes they are.
How's your week, Scott? Was it good?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Good.
That's about all I said about it.
Yeah,
Nothing,
Tony's like, Scott
reason I
won't
was
shut the fuck up about his week.
I
'Cause
didn't say any of that.
Scott just never fucking stops talking on this podcast.
I learned.
Well, you
that,
see, I
while
was
you were
trying
away,
to
that
get him to
Alex
sit
is
in your
pretty
seat
abusive.
so I could screen grab it and then tell you that he was touching your computer.
You fucking dick.
That's Scott. I consistently said no.
Alex,
I like how you immediately tell Tony he's a
Alex,
dick.
could you step out of frame real quick? Little, that'll do. Okay,
He's
I'll
on
tell you
the
when you
floor.
can come back. There we go. Okay, you can come back.
Okay. Oh god.
Oh my god, watch it.
Yeah, I'm shaking the tip. My ass hit the table. And
You almost, had
fucking,
to use, you almost had to use that hardware discount.
yeah. Goddamn nightmare.
So yeah, the reason I was late today, I had to room Casey into a thousand.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That is a trek.
And they lasted quite a bit longer than I had originally expected.
Yeah.
Housing in there.
Yeah.
This place.
Oh, I should probably get my phone out and so we can do that jingly jangly thing.
What?
Namishan, are we going to be sending each other text updates when Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out? Namishan?
What's up?
Oh, you're back. I said, are we going to be sending each other text updates when Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out?
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Harold's watching. I'd be bummed if he isn't.
He is watching.
Sweet.
Harold, are you excited about us switching recording times to Saturday? You probably missed that.
Why don't we cut this news a little short because I really want to ask this question on Nabashina this week.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Do you want to just skip news?
We can. Or you just give like a blah 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 blah. This what happened. This what happened. This what happened.
What happened?
No, he's just got a good question. We've been going a while.
No,
so.
being like no new. Like, I feel like this was not.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, we can just go ahead and push it to next week.
Okay, then I'm gonna do this and then we'll skip it. News in gaming. Let's not talk about news.
Okay.
There was no news.
So
Tony, talking to the microphone.
So Harold sent an email.
Yeah, he did.
Let's move on.
Do you want to read it?
Let me pull up the doc.
Basically, there was some Disney D23 news, New World and Kingdom Hearts, Darth Vader PS4. Nothing worth talking about. Nabashin wants to do a good Nabashin ass, so I'd rather do that than talk about some boring news. Nothing much happened.
Fallout Shelter's getting an expansion.
Yes, but video games are...
Fighter.
Pokken Fighters coming to the U.S.
We played some weird Tomb Raider game.
Oh yeah,
that
we
never
did
talked
play
about,
that.
But you know whatever.
We played the Tomb Raider Temple of Osiris game.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
That first one was good. That golden whatever.
Golden Abyss, I believe.
Demon Hunters in World of Warcraft
that's
can double
Uncharted.
jump.
Golden
It's
Abyss.
Uncharted. No,
Yeah.
whatever.
You can
The
double
one,
jump.
the one
Yep.
on
So you
360.
can just
Guardian
do a
of
flying
Light.
mount.
Guardian of Light. That
You
was
can
it.
double jump in places that you can't fly.
Let's all talk at once.
Let's all talk at once.
It's all right. Alex will cut everything out except for our little conversation.
Yeah. Tony and my conversation was clearly the most important. It was about being able to double jump in WoW.
Yeah.
Actually, he will go ahead and space everything out so it doesn't sound like we're talking over each other.
There you go.
So,
Oh, hold on. The music's ready. We did get a couple of tweets real quick.
real quick,
Apparently, Cameron tweeted at me at unsexiest comedian and said that you did touch my computer.
that is false.
That you touched it so hard.
There's video evidence suggesting that I never touched your computer.
You didn't actually touch your computer.
I put my balls on your computer.
And apparently he's been lying about listening to this podcast because he just heard news and gaming for the first time ever.
Yep.
So Cameron, I don't trust you anymore. So I trust you, Tony. You didn't touch my computer,
course.
I'm sure. I am working on a new news and gaming theme that involves my good friend Damien. So stay tuned.
Oh no.
I want it to have it by the end of the year, but we'll see what happens. Let's take a peek in the mail sack.
Harold,
Harold,
colon.
is what it says in the fucking thing. So
I thought we were looking at the mail sack.
email address is mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. Send us your emails, questions, concerns, comments, anything you got for us.
Hey, I peeps and John. So, PAX Prime is next weekend.
Oh,
Who do you
God,
guys have in the
remind me.
Rumble? My pick, Samantha Cowman. She's had awesome runs in the last 2 Rumbles, and if she stays clear of Run GFB, she should be fine.
Run GFB? I don't watch the
Oh, you don't watch the Rumbles?
Oh.
Dan Reichert is going to win,
I
obviously.
don't. So
The
that's
comeback.
Okay.
Yeah, John?
I was about to say. I don't want to say what I was about to say.
Okay.
Usually,
I want to hear it though.
usually they have it early on Sundays at PAX. Or
Mhm.
like, they have it at some time when I will be like really hungover.
So you miss it?
I caught the tail end at PAX East this last year, and it was great. But it's wrestling. Like it's like
Yeah, I went to the first
kayfabe.
one.
Like, okay, so I hate when my friends will be like, "Hey, dude, you know wrestling is fake, right?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, like Star Wars is fake too."
Yeah,
But-
Star Wars is fake too.
Yeah.
Cutting deep.
I don't know, man. I don't think Kelman has a shot. I think they'll.
Dethrone
Love to see.
the champion. We want to finish Harold's email?
Yeah. I just figured we'd talk about that, then move on to the next section of the email.
I got
Okay.
the tweeting cards from.
We have the Tangent Master. So
Yeah,
I'm,
it's true.
I'm with Harold. I think Samantha will take it. She's the people champ, so sure.
Sure. John. Hey, John.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
What panel are you most looking forward to at PAX?
Oh my god, I haven't even looked at the schedule.
All right, what type of panels?
So I have like a little PAX fatigue. I think it's a lot to go to
Yeah.
these things a year. The type of panels that I'm looking forward to, as per fucking usual, my SJW agenda is the stuff that's about inclusion in gaming. So So I'll scan and see what's on there. Giant Bomb I love, and I go to.
Yep.
You know, and I have to line up fucking 5 hours early,
Yep.
and I kind of have a crew from last year.
Yeah.
Some people I've met on the forums, even though the Giant Bomb forums are trash. Like I met some folks. We're gonna go again. We'll meet up, have drinks. It'll be cool. But I tend to go towards like the diversity, inclusion sort of stuff, and also if I don't think he's doing another panel this year, but last year Alexei Pajitov did a panel, and fuck man, love that guy.
They do have really good like diversity and inclusion panels. Just in general, I'll say. I usually go to like the stuff about writing and the stuff about evolving writing to make it better for the medium. Like those are usually my favorite. Like there's this great panelist of like Arthur Geese, Jeff Gerstmann. I had one and I lost it. Jim Sterling was going to be on it, but I think Adam Sessler came on instead. And
That's a good trade.
Yeah,
That's
a couple
real good
people.
Trade it up.
A couple other people that were just talking about how they write reviews differently and how like that's a good thing, and having diverse styles of review writing in a review driven industry is super interesting and cool. So I took a lot of notes during that panel.
The thing about Arthur Geese too is like he's probably like one of the people I least agree with, but like because I don't agree with him so much is the reason why I like his writing so much.
Yeah, it makes his opinion valuable because you know it's something you probably wouldn't think of yourself.
Yes, exactly. Like when he praised Dead Space 3, I was like, oh, okay, so I guess this is like a decent game for certain people, and wasn't my type of game, but I see like you appreciate Dead Space 3 when you played it.
Yeah, I really adore Arthur Geese. I know he gets a lot of shit, but I think the way he writes is really good and really valuable to this industry, and I think you're right. He has different opinions, and I don't know, like he presents them really well, and I totally get why he feels the way he does. So
I think he's smart. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I enjoy his writing. I do share a lot of opinions with him. I'm trying to think of somebody who I disagree with. That I really
Justin
enjoy.
McElroy.
I love Justin McElroy.
I think part of my like, I don't necessarily. Here's the thing. I love Giant Bomb guys. I think I'm more in tune with somebody like Klepek, who's gone, or what's his name, Alex. Like probably more on the same page, like from a philosophical level than your Gerstmann Reichert type. So I think like, I'm glad that they're, if not a very diverse crew, have differing opinions.
I mean, like Jeff shits on every game I like, so whatever.
But goddamn, do I love Jeff Gerstmann.
I mean, I was talking less about games and more about culture. I think they're all good guys, but I think their sort of tendency to like avoid some of the worst fracases in the industry is. I think it's if you're gonna ignore something, like it's not an endorsement of the status quo, but it's not doing anything to thwart the status quo.
So you're saying that they just play it too safe, and I totally get that.
Yeah, I get that.
mean,
Have you been listening to the Giant Beastcast?
No, not really. I've listened to some of it.
You should.
I mean, Austin. I like Austin a lot.
Yeah, you would really like Austin, I think, and he brings it on that show. So
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to their panel last year. I mean, like I brought a normie friend to it, and like they were saying some stuff, or not saying some stuff that we were both kind of like, this is kind of sketch, because like you gotta think last year we were in the heat of this whole gross thing. Anyway, looking forward to that.
yeah, they bring something. They bring something that no one else does, and I feel kind of the same way about Kind of Funny, which are a weird mixture of Rooster Teeth and Giant Bomb. What's the next bit of the email?
So he says, Alex and Tony, you've been to a few PAXs. What is panel you've most enjoyed?
What is the panel you've most enjoyed, Tony? I'm curious.
So like when we went to PAX last, I was a very different person.
Yeah.
I was like League fanatic me.
Yeah. Pre-Dota, done with the MOBA.
Yep.
Tony said on Saturday he's kind of done with MOBAs.
Yep.
I'll believe it when I see it.
It's already
You're
happened.
seeing it right now.
It's already happened.
Getting way back into CCGs.
But no, I think like when we went, we didn't have that much time for panels. And I kept myself really busy with a bunch of other stuff. So I don't remember going to any panel at PAX other than like the Cards Against Humanity panel and the Giant Bomb panel.
I will say, PAX East 2013, the Cards Against Humanity panel that Ryan Davis and Jeff Gerstmann emceed was one of the funniest and most incredible moments of my life. And then they gave milk and cookies to everybody.
Yep.
And it was awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
And that was like all of us were there, and a couple other people that we had met up with.
And a dick so big and so black.
It was actually a medical condition. And it was just a ton of fun. Also, like I said, that writing panel that I was talking about, writing reviews and stuff. I have like a page of notes that I have in my notebook that I took there. I was sitting in the front row, and I was just like, I walked up to Jeff Gerstmann and Arthur Gies, who were talking afterwards, and I just said, like, I just want to say to you two, like, you're two of my favorite reviewers in the industry for completely different reasons, and I think that's fucking awesome. And we kind of just talked about it afterwards, and it was that was a really valuable experience for me. And also, I was at the panel where they announced the name of Polygon, which was
I was there too.
Yeah, it was before we would meet later that weekend.
Yeah.
Later that day, I think.
All 11 white guys on stage talking
Yeah.
about the new video game website.
But Phil Kohler was there, and he was super nice to me.
I really enjoyed a panel I think it was at the last PAX Prime. Was do you know? So it was Kate Welch and a couple of other designers, UX designers, and UX design is my profession, and they were talking about its role in gaming, and I thought that was fantastic. That's a smart lady, that Kate Welch.
I've never heard of her, but that does sound like super in my kind of wheelhouse.
She also plays the driver in Turnabout or Roundabout or whatever that game is.
Oh, she's the cover.
She's the red-haired lady.
Yeah, she's like when you like go in the PlayStation Store, she's like the cover for that game.
Okay. Continue.
With the email?
Yeah.
Namsheen and Scott. Hi.
Hello.
That's all he's got. That's all he said.
There it is.
That's it. H out.
Yeah. We love you, Harold. Thank you for the email. Remember, you can send us emails.
Sent from my iPhone.
Hashtag sent from my iPhone. You can send us emails, mailsack@irrationalpassions.com if you'd like to be a part of the show. Or, if you'd like, you can leave us a voicemail at 404-590-1337, just like Silver PR did. Let's take a listen. See what Silver PR had to say.
What up, guys? Silver PR here, on my way to work early in the morning. How's everybody doing? Good. Not too much to talk about games, just some Rocket League and some Project Cars because got an itch for F1 racing. So I did that throughout the week, and that's pretty much it. I make a decision about my GameStop Estoy credits from those games that I traded like months ago, and I decided I'm going to use it for Street Fighter V Edition. The reason why? Because of my kid. Because at some point my kid's going to get bigger, going to start walking around, and whatever he gets his eyes set on, he's going to pick it up and just throw it around. And I know I'm going to be precautious about my stuff when it comes to, video games, but, shit happens, and I don't want him to be throwing out some physical copies. So for the time being, until my kids grasp the idea of not picking up daddy's stuff, well, I think I'm just going to buy my own games digitally for the time being. The other reason is because of the fall games that are coming down. I got little, caveats to that, personal ones. For example, Rainbow Six Siege got delayed, so a little bit less interested from that one.
Weirdly enough.
Even that was the most interesting thing that came out of E3 for me. And they already did a delay, so usually stuff is announcement, delay, and then release. So I doubt it's going to release in December. The other one is Fallout 4. I like Fallout 4 for what it has in store for, but it's something that I don't know if I want to buy it because I played Fallout 3 like a year and a half after the game came out, and I like what I played, but it's not something I want to play day one.
Fair enough.
The other one will be WWE 2K15 because I always wait for the reviews to come out, and usually are the
Yeah, wait on that, bro.
And
Yeah, why
Star
would you-
Wars Battlefront, maybe my girlfriend's gonna give it to me as a gift, so I have no interest in buying that. And Metal Gear Ground, Defense and Pain, I already made my peace, and I stand my ground, and I have zero interest in it. So, yeah, sorry about that.
Ground Zero.
So yeah,
Ground zero interest. Nothing to be sorry about.
Just buy Street Fighter 5 usually because maybe I am my first game, so the experience of preloading and stuff, I'll get that experience next year when it officially comes out. Yeah, that's pretty much about me, guys. I hope you have a fun one. Have a nice weekend. Oh, and SummerSlam comes up, or
Yeah.
maybe past after you guys
SummerSlam,
record this.
Brooklyn.
It's gonna be an awesome weekend for me. Without further ado, have a fun one. So we are signing out.
Thank you, Silver PR, for catching us up. I do appreciate that you've taken the time to send us voicemails, what with being a new dad and all that. So thank you.
Congratulations. Kids are great.
Yeah, you love your son. Said Nobishin about his son.
Alex, you see the snaps. That kid is fucking ridiculous.
I do see the snaps. You have way too much fun with your son, but that's awesome, and I'm happy for you.
Not way too much. Anyway,
Never enough.
never enough fun.
Um,
So he starts Japanese immersion daycare in daycare and preschool in 2 weeks.
excuse me, what? Is that a...
He's going to a Japanese daycare.
It's where Japanese people immerse you in water over and over again.
He's baptized Japanese.
Though he has to purify himself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
There you go.
No, he's gonna like all he'll hear all day is Japanese. So that'd
Sorry.
be cool. With the end goal of him translating all my Japanese games for me.
There you go. So you want him to just learn it from a young age. I mean, he'll also know English, right? He won't just
No, I mean, we speak English.
No,
at home.
don't teach him
I'm
English.
listening to tapes in the car, and there's actually a couple of games I plan on playing that are supposed to help learn. I've been listening to tapes in the car. So
learn you good Japanese.
Yeah, my Konnichiwa.
That's brilliant pronunciation.
Yeah, you're nailing it.
Watashi wa John Des.
I can't even tell that you're white. Sorry.
That goes like Sean Connery and You Only Live Twice. It's like, oh yeah, he's a Japanese guy.
Well, that's the show. We do have a closing segment, but before we get there, how about we say you can contact us in a variety of ways, just like Silver PR and Harold did. And remember, the email address is mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. The voicemail is 404-590-1337. Standard long distance
You rat
fees.
bastard.
Yeah.
I said it twice.
Standard long distance fees do apply. And if you'd like to do a twofer, you can email us a voicemail in audio file form.
Or you could send us a voicemail giving us a link to your email.
Don't do that. You can follow each of us on Twitter. I'm at AlFighter27. Scott is at WhatTechuz. Nobishin is at NABESHIN186. That's Nobishin186. Tony's at Tony Horvath, all one word. And John, you were at Hey Jon Anderson, all one word. There's only one H.
HEYJONANDERSON.
Boom! Some other stuff. Please rate us on iTunes and Stitcher. That would help us out a lot. Follow the site on Twitter at IrrationalPod. Go to VGEvo.com. Check out the awesome podcast network that we are a part of there. Go to our YouTube page.
Let's start a new podcast network.
Let's start a new podcast network, John. You've been preaching this wagon. I thought we weren't welcome in your fantastic neighborhood.
You, me, and then OC Rewatch.
And then the OC Rewatch podcast.
ACBD. And then maybe, yeah.
Go to youtube.com/Irrational Passions and watch me play Paper Mario and watch Brant suffer through the beauty that is Donkey Kong 64.
The game sucks.
And we are shooting more buddy system very soon, so I'm very excited about that. Tell your friends. Word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. John, if they want to hear more of you, where can they find you on the internet?
So you can hear me on Fantastic Neighborhood. So you find us at fantasticneighborhood.com or search iTunes Store. I was also on the aforementioned H-Bomb and Friends with young Alex O'Neill, Tyler, Harold, obviously. If you think if you're on the fence about the OC Rewatch podcast, go listen to that because it's basically the pilot.
Pretty much, it's the backdoor pilot from H-Bomb Friends.
It's like Mork and Mindy being on Happy Days.
Yeah. And everything else you need, irrationalpassions.com. In the description for this, we are going to have links to Fantastic Neighborhood and everything, as well as that episode of H-Bomb and Friends. So, everything you need, irrationalpassions.com. Nabashin, you did
Business guns.
you did have something for us,
Yeah.
so let's hear it.
No, it's really weird. Like out of all these years I've been doing non-machine heads, I'm surprised I never asked this question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was looking at Toy Soldiers, the game that just came out on Xbox One and PS4, and it showed like He-Man and G.I. Joe toys, and like I know like a lot of podcasts been talking about like the old toys that they used to have. I'm like, we never talked about the old toys that we used to have on this show, and I was just thought about that. I was like, wow, like thinking about like the old toys that I used to have, like to kind of date myself. When I was younger, there was a Police Academy cartoon. So I had
there
like,
was a Police Academy cartoon.
Dude, back in the day, there were cartoons that were based on R-rated movies, like RoboCop and the
Police Academy.
Police Academy,
Yeah.
and let's think, Mortal Kombat had a cartoon.
That's legit.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like I had like a whole bunch of those toys, like the fire station, some handcuffs where like they actually look like hands, but they're handcuffs. Just dumb shit like that. And of course, I was into Ninja Turtles. I had Ninja Turtle toys. I had some Transformers and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about like old toys that you used to have.
Yo, guys, let's talk about Bionicle. Because Bionicle, you know what I'm talking about.
Babies.
Bionicle was the shit in 2001 or whenever that started. I think that started like the late 90s. I was a big collector of Beanie Babies. I'm sorry.
Really?
I had a collection of over 350 different Beanie Babies.
Had or still have?
I don't know. It might be somewhere in like a box in my mom's house, but I don't think so. But like, you know,
Do you want some of my old ones?
I would rip off the TY tags because I was a kid and I just wanted to play with them. I didn't want to
The
collect them.
tags?
Yeah. So that made them worthless, pretty much.
No, you played with the tags, or you played
No,
with
I
the
would rip off the tags,
Oh, okay.
which made them worthless. So I just wanted to play with them. I loved having them. I had so much. I had a bunk bed. I had double bunk beds when I was a youngin', and on the top bunk was completely covered in
Holy shit.
This is all. It's all coming out now. This is gonna be like the.
Tell me that your mom has a picture of this fucking nightmare room.
No, she does have me dressed as Woody from Toy Story on my Toy Story
that
themed.
sounds pretty mild compared to this twin-size mattress full of Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably pictures somewhere. I also I still have some bits in my collection. Like there was some rare ones that I got, like the Cactar, and I have the Tonberry over there. Like stuff I would collect stuffed plushies like this. And that's what the shit that I love to collect. Those are more my toys. Bionicle is the only kind of action figure-esque thing I really got into. I had some dope Dragon Ball Z action figures though.
I was wondering. I was going to ask you that. Like, were there action figures of that at the time? Because when I was old enough, then that wasn't a thing for me.
Yeah, you could pop off Goku's hair and put on golden hair and stuff. So like yeah, I had some stuff like that. I was more into the plushies. Maybe it's the feminine side of me coming out. Maybe not. I just really like the soft plushies. So I didn't get into like the hard plastic action figures. Never like Toy Soldiers, no G.I. Joe, no He-Man, nothing like that. Never Power Rangers. That was like the big one a lot of people liked.
Oh, I definitely had Power Rangers. Like,
I definitely
God.
liked Power Rangers way after like it was age appropriate.
A lot of people still love Power Rangers.
Like it was popular when I was in middle school. So
Scott?
too bad Joe wasn't the one. We be talking about like old Power Ranger toys.
Yeah.
12-year-old that likes Power Rangers is not getting a date.
No.
All right. So, in complete contrast to Alex, we were more into the, swords that were,
Barbie.
No.
Dude, it'd be
No.
amazing if you and your brothers were into Barbie.
No. We had swords, we had shields, we had slingshots. and any kind of action figure we had was subject to a slingshot.
Yeah, that's right. I remember this shit. I remember you showed me, like, when I came over when we were, like, 10 or whatever, you showed me this fucking slingshot. You're like, yeah, I used this slingshot to shoot action figures across the fucking house. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Had a Superman action figure. He flew over the pool a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, we had Hulk and Thing Fists. We had swords. We had shields. And we beat the shit out
Hulk
of each other.
hands.
Hulk hands, man. Never forget.
And
So you were more into, like, the augmented
until those
toys.
toys broke.
Yeah. I mean, I like those toys. I was way into Nerf guns. Me and my brothers were. So, like, as far as, like, toy brands were concerned, that was kind of, like, the big one for me. Me and my...
We were Super Soakers at our time.
Yeah, Super Soakers as well. I liked Super Soakers when I was younger, and then there was an age where I was like, Nerf guns are cooler, and then now, since then, pretty much, I've realized the added
like
benefits. I hate guns. No, I've gotten more into Super Soakers again, so
Sure.
it's always fun on like a hot summer day. Get some water balloons and the Super Soakers and just fucking get soaked. Nothing more fun than that. So now,
Still do that.
now everyone, I know. Now everyone's like, "Ugh, I don't want to get my iPhone wet." And I'm like, "Fuck you! You're 22. Grow up."
God. The advent of these expensive-ass cell phones is the greatest thing, because you're never getting thrown in the pool again.
I jumped into a pool with my cell phone in my pocket once.
Oops.
Didn't know. I
Was
forgot.
it a flip phone?
No, it was an Android phone.
I remember having one of those LG Razors.
Right where it fucking belonged. I never had a razor. I was so...
That was my first cell phone. I was the coolest kid in school because I had the flip phone.
What about your toys? What was your first toy?
I don't remember my first toy. I remember being super into Legos
Yeah, man. Legos were legit.
and
Yeah, we had
Kinects.
Legos.
But it was more... And then, like, when I got a little bit older, I started, like, getting really into, like, the buildable models.
That makes sense.
I didn't ever want to paint them. Fuck that. But,
Yeah, fuck that.
I would put them together. And I never... But it's weird. I like those, but I always hated puzzles.
Weird.
Yeah, I hate puzzles, but I like the other two things.
Fucking...
the Nick Offerman stand-up where he's like, me and my wife like to do cocaine and then put two puzzles together. Like,
Yeah, I have seen that.
That's really fantastic.
Me and my mom like to make puzzles together.
I know I played a whole bunch of Duck
Like
Hunt.
when you're fucking like just yucked up to all.
Yeah, me and my mom would snort a couple lines of cocaine and put puzzles. No,
Like,
we would put
staying
them.
up till fucking
I was
9 in the morning doing puzzles, teeth
I was, like,
chattering
5.
and stuff. Like, yeah, I don't judge you. I think you're from the South or something.
technically Maryland's a southern state, I guess. Like,
I guess.
Mountain Dew in your baby bottle.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how they raised me. Rat. I'm like Nobishin. You know where my fucking video game replay fantasies came from? I used to take apart puzzles and then do them again. That's where it all fucking started. How did I not see the signs? So Lego.
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Models.
Yeah, I used to go
Nobody
to my
else
friend's
beat the
house
shit
and
out
we'd
of
put
each other?
together like starships and stuff. And like we'd
Dude,
put together like
yeah,
armadas of starships and then have like actual battles.
That's awesome.
And we would like when the ships break, you'd like literally break your starship that you built.
Yeah. There were only
That was the shit.
three boys in my house, Scott, not 4. So I feel like we didn't break over the testosterone threshold and try
Yeah.
and kill each other.
Yeah, there was mostly just me because my brother was like 4 years older than me, so it was always super like that awkward thing where like I was 8 and then he was 12, becoming a teenager.
Yeah, I mean, my
So-
brothers are 4 and 6 years older than me, but they just like to beat the shit out
yeah,
of me.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
When
that
I
was
was
my
at-
brother.
I was largely ignored by my older brother.
Yeah.
When I was at that real formidable child age, like elementary school era, I lived in a town in Oregon that was small and rural. Like, think
Ooh.
the town from Stand By Me. So
Yeah,
while
okay.
toys played a big part. Like, going on terrible adventures and trying to kill each other played a bigger part. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we decided, hey, one day bungee jumping might be an interesting thing. We've seen that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Our parents have bungee cords that you might use to tether a mattress to a roof of a car or something.
Oh my god.
So let's tie a bunch of those to our belt loop and jump out of a tree.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fuck that
You didn't actually do that, did you?
Yeah, no, that hurts so much. I mean, or just play like jumping off of stuff was the theme of one summer, right?
Yeah.
But like, plastic action figures were big. Like the original run of Ninja Turtle stuff, or like
Definitely.
the first run of X-Men figures and stuff was real big.
I don't think I got X.
I had a Rocksteady Ninja Turtles figure that fucking sucked. The only ever actual Ninja Turtle I got was like a Leonardo, I think. We were poor.
Did you get the ones that transform from like a baby turtle to an actual turtle?
No.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. That's solid. I would also get the I don't remember. God damn it. I don't remember what the brand was.
Sorry. Oh crap! Before
Wow.
That was fucking
Well
awesome.
done.
That was super class. John is trying to flip his sunglasses from the top of his head down
me and
to
Tony,
his nose.
fist bump, Tony.
Yeah, there it's happening. Just punch the microphone. Sorry about that. I guess if you're listening, you just hear. I was into like the toy sets. Like it would be like a castle or like a pirate cove, and you come with a couple of figurines. They were fucking stupid expensive. I don't know why my parents fucking kept buying them for me, but at some point
Legos were
they
so
stopped.
expensive.
Yeah. So it was kind of like Legos, but like just bigger pieces, and they would snap together, and I really like those as well. There you go, Namishin.
I like that. I like that you pull up the 10-hour version of that every time.
Well, it's because Namishin sent that to me, and then I added it to my
Oh, okay.
favorites on YouTube, so I'd
So
always have it.
I figured like
Never
maybe
know how long
at one point he'll ask a question that we go so far down the rabbit hole on that we'll have to play that video more than once.
Yeah, like 10 hours later.
Well, how often do you how do you skip the commercial?
It doesn't do it on it. It's not monetized.
Oh, sweet.
So it's just like a 10-hour loop of it. So
Yeah, I think a lot of the 10-hour videos they don't have any ads on them.
yeah. Well, thank you for the question, Option. That was super fun.
Uh-huh.
John, thank you so much for coming on. This has been super fun.
Dude, thanks for having me. I have a blast with you guys. You guys keep me young. You guys keep me young.
Me so much. It wasn't 5 hours this time, so that's
Hey,
an added benefit as well. Although
so
It was-
we could just keep going.
was-
You mean an added
4 hours.
sadness?
It was 4 hours though. My knees hurt.
yeah, I know your knees hurt from sitting down.
I'm gonna go play
That's where
Metal
we
Gear
were at.
standing up.
Yeah.
Get an up desk.
Get an up desk, man.
Yeah.
Standing desk.
That's what I got at IKEA today. I'm putting
An
that
up
in
desk?
my bedroom.
Okay.
A tip for that up desk: get a stool that you can sit on,
Mhm.
just for those times where you don't want to deal with it.
Yep, getting a bar stool and also like a squishy mat to stand on.
I do, before we close out, and I don't want this to go on forever, but I will say Cameron tweeted at me again and said, let John talk about wrestling for a bit. NXT fan or no? NXT Brooklyn? SummerSlam predictions?
Fucking
Go for it.
hashtag NXT all the way. I mean, we all know that like Bailey's getting the women's NXT title, and like while I'm not going to be able to watch it live, I'm going to watch it Sunday morning, and I'm going to mark the fuck out and probably cry. The same way like I maybe got a little teary when Sami Zayn won the title. The thing is, let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about this Brock Lesnar Undertaker thing, and how fucking dumb the idea is that a 50-year-old man, even a 50-year-old man in good shape, could ever do anything to Brock Lesnar, who is the scariest human being on the fucking face of the planet. Like, fake wrestling aside, that guy could kill 90% of the people on this planet with his bare hands. He's a fucking monster. And you're gonna tell me this 50-year-old guy like has a shot? This guy who like visibly strains when he picks them up. So I'm hoping exactly. So I'm hoping the rumors of like Undertaker winning this one and then the rubber
Retire.
match being at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping that is not the case. I'm hoping for
why
this
would he-
other rumor
They
that,
shouldn't be doing.
that there's just.
I'm sorry.
I'm hoping for the, sorry, I'm hoping for the Sting swerve. I'm hoping Sting runs in. It sets up this Sting Undertaker match, or as I call it, my bathroom break at WrestleMania.
I will say I'm legitimately excited that Stephen Amell is going to be there, wrestling as
was-
the Green Arrow.
He's not wrestling as the Green Arrow. He's wrestling as his civilian person. But he was
Yes.
at the Raw I went to in Everett, Washington, a couple weeks ago, and he's a nimble motherfucker. Like he jumped over the ropes. Like,
Yeah.
Wow, guy.
Dude got some fucking workout on Arrow, I'll say.
Navshin, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, like, it'd be weird for it to come up again of Brock Lesnar and Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like, even just like, oh, I'm regaining my my loss that I lost there a year ago. But no, that's dumb. That'd be a dumb thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the same affinity for the super old guys that some people do. Like I watched in the '90s and I loved I loved it back then. But like
Same.
these new young guys plus Brock Lesnar, like this is more exciting to watch, these really athletic guys rather than these lumbering comic book characters. But hey, that's just me.
I had a lot of fun with the old stuff. There was a time during the Attitude Era in WCW versus and WCW versus WWF that I could not stop watching wrestling for like a good number of years, and then like eventually like pretty much as soon as WCW went away, and probably like a year or two after that, that's when it's like it kind of just died for me.
Yeah, I went off to college and like I stopped playing video games and I stopped watching wrestling and started just pining after girls instead. So, nah.
Now everyone can get Terry Reynolds.
And there's your wrestling minute for the week.
Now, Mission, you got WWE Network?
I haven't. Like I've
But,
been like debating on getting it.
You should try the free month, man. Like they have all that old stuff there.
Yeah, I
already-
know.
Give it a shot.
Do it. You like it. You know you like it.
Oh my
I
god.
know.
Just try it.
But that's a dark black hole. That I kind of don't.
We wouldn't talk to Nobishin
But
for like
this
a month afterwards.
particular black hole has a way out.
It really doesn't. Not
Well,
for
at least it
Nobishin.
doesn't rip you apart.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Once you go across this event horizon, we might at least see you again.
$10, man. And then there's a free month. I really would recommend it. It's got like
All
a
right.
bunch of Attitude Era Raws. It's got a bunch of old Nitros. Like it's got a lot of that stuff from the '80s.
All right, well,
and-
I hope that satisfied Cameron's wrestling
Oh man,
needs.
Kevin Owens versus Cesaro.
God damn it.
Can we just talk about like how amazing that is? Like,
No,
how-
we can't, John. We can't. I don't know how amazing it was. I wasn't there.
No, it's gonna be like they're wrestling at SummerSlam. Those two are like.
Who's
smart
gonna
fans.
win? Who's gonna win SummerSlam?
Stop it. But yeah,
How does it work? How does wrestling work, John? Explain it to me. Don't actually.
it's like a play.
Yeah.
Like a play.
Who is going to win? Like who have they picked to win?
That's kind of what we're talking about. Like, I mean, I hope Brock Lesnar does not lose to a 50-year-old old man. Cesaro versus Kevin Owens. Like, I love both those guys, so putting either over is good. I think the Cena Rollins thing, it's got to end in a schmoz. The big Divas triple threat match. I mean, yeah, I like Sasha Banks the best out of those 9 ladies, but like that's been a little weak in the last week or so. Trying to think what else is going on. Miz, Ryback, Big Show for the IC title. Ugh. Just
Ugh. Tell me
I'm
about it.
I'm a big Miz fan though. I think he just is the best. He's like the best like pure gross heel. Like hey babe.
Are you talking about Kingdom Hearts? Because I'm really lost.
I looked at Tony's face and he was just like, "What? Where am I?"
Yeah. And they managed to make the tag team division like irrelevant again with this. Like anytime I see Los Matadores in a match, I'm like, great, this is gonna fucking suck. Like just let the New Day and the Primetime Players feud. Like I don't know, man. I'm thinking there might be some of the latent. Actually, it's hard to say. There's like latent WWE racism in that one because it's like 2 black teams, one we'll say Spanish team. I don't think they're actually Spaniards, but and then a quote like I do sneer quotes again, Mexican team. So I mean that's actually an interesting dynamic there. I just don't know that you really need to have a 4-way match to settle that. Like I think like the New Day versus PTP is kind of good enough in that. I love both those teams.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. John, thank you so much for coming on again.
Thanks again. I always have a blast on the show.
That's awesome. Well, you're welcome back anytime. Thank you to everyone who listens. Thank you to Danny Wiesner for our opening music of 2-Player Co-op and our closing music of The World is Saved. Don't forget to check out his awesome stuff, DannyWiesner.bandcamp.com. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Nobishin, for joining me, as always.
You're welcome.
We are recording on Saturdays from next episode on until December at the very earliest. So just keep that in mind when you send emails or if you want to, or when you are expecting it to go up on YouTube and stuff. So I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. play your games, stay irrational. We'll talk to you next week. Titles.
Quite a few of them.
All right, can I have the Google lock?
Oh, fuck,
Oh, yeah.
I forgot
The
to
Google
do
lock?
that.
Yeah, I never got it this time, and as you know, I can't pull it up from my actual.
I got you.
So, titles
Oh
this
my
week
God, I
are
forgot that you guys do that. You forgot to remind me about that.
It's okay. Nabashin is a fucking pro, so don't worry about it.
hashtag esports, Uncle Major Nelson, when the Fire Nation attacked, everything changed. What happens in Venezuela stays in Venezuela. Smoke a joint in my son's room.
That's right.
Hose before bows. Alex and the Gooch. Is Scott one of the whites? New game smell. You never look at me during when we're podcasting. Delicious ham.
Mulligatawny during the titles.
Fuck with John Day. Metal Gear AC
Acid.
Acid. Alright. Act D.
Act D.
Hell yeah, Wavebird. Metal Gear Go. Birth by Sleep, more like Sleep No More. Alex Fack O'Neill.
That
You
sounds
did
terrible.
touch my computer. What just happened? Harold Colon. Ground Zero's Interest. Japanese Baptism. And Beanie Baby Bunk Bed.
Oh man, it might be the last one just for the alliteration alone. Shit, this was a good week. We went to a lot of places, didn't we?
One of these
yeah,
days you're gonna wind up with half your face in my mouth.
My mouth.
My mouth.
God, do you love it when he
It's
just
so
goes
good.
Dane Cook just for a second? Yeah, I'm going Beanie Baby Bunk Bed just because that alliteration is too hot to handle.
I can double up on
Danny is
that.
coming.
I mean,
What do you like, John?
Go for what you like.
It's just his hair swirling around.
Go with what you like.
Go with what you like.
yeah, I mean, I really like smoke a joint in my son's room.
Yeah, that one's
That's really good.
That
I
one's
think
really
that's how they're
fucking
really
good.
Let me fix this for you because it should be delicious. H-A-M.
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 H-A-M. Ham is a ham. Hard as a motherfucker.
Delicious.
That's what that
Tony?
means.
What?
Tony, what do you like?
I like smoke a joint in my son's room a lot.
Yeah. Nabashin.
Yeah, be me about that.
Beanie Baby Bunk Beds takes it. Swing vote.
That's a good one.
There is a... No, actually, I'm not. I got a couple of drinks in me and that's loosening me up and I'm not going to go there.
You just talk about like your first sexual experience with those Beanie Baby bunks.
No, I wasn't.
No,
going-
it was a little worse than that.
No.
Oh my god, I brought this girl home.
It was for sure racist. Yeah, I brought this girl home and laid her down on a bunk bed of full Beanie Babies. And as Mario's nose dug into the center of her back,
Stop.
she
No,
looked at
keep
me.
going.
She looked at me in my eyes and said, "This is what I want." John, can you say this is Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 241? And then I'll
say that.
I'll say the title afterwards.
Okay, when do you want me to do
Actually,
that?
Scott says the title afterwards. He wasn't here last week.
All right, fine.
Whenever you're ready,
Can you do that tongue twister?
Yeah.
Okay.
just read it.
Oh, is it on a piece of paper?
No.
No.
Do you want me to write it down?
Totally say it.
No, I got it. This is Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 241.
Beanie Baby Bunk Beds.
Singular bed, please, Scott.
Scott, do it again.
Roll it.
We're going to do this till you get it right.
I'm just gonna give it.
This is
You
this is
don't have
just
to.
like the good old days.
Fine. You don't
Yeah,
actually.
you don't have to do it again, John.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just scolding Scott like an angry stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beanie Baby Bunk Bed.
All right.
With more gusto this time.
Beanie Baby Bunk Bed.
That's what I like to hear.
What's my motivation?
Now, can you do it as if you were speaking to a lover?
Beanie.
Tony,
Baby
Bye-bye.
bunk bed.
Baby.
Baby bunk bed.
You're my butterfly.
Sugar, baby.
oh my god. I'm going to get you home into my Beanie Baby box.
We should make a love song with that
Alex
title.
is like, oh, I've had a couple of drinks in me. And
All right, you can stop recording to our video viewers. Thank you so much. We love you all. Until next week.